Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. It's a Wednesday, so you know what that means. On a Wednesday, we get AEW Dynamite. We're getting a 3-hour special with a little bit of collision. Once again, it's going to be a fun one. Get in that chat. Click all the buttons. Be a part of the show, folks. Make sure, like, share, subscribe. And if you do that, then you get to strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel-good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we bring you AEW Dynamite tonight, Wednesday, the night of hope, the night of excitement, the night of chaos, and we hope TK and company have something in store for us. But we got lots in store for you as we break it all down, and we are going to talk all night long, 3 hours plus, folks. But if you don't know who me and this pretty face are, I shall remind you that I am Mr. Every Night KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick, and I'm ready to collide into this dynamite like someone collided into me earlier today. But yes, my God, does this feel like a little bit of a letdown from Blood and Guts? Of are you that excited going into this? Is the go home show for Full Gear? This is all we're getting before we get Full Gear, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, folks, welcome back. And yeah, with the Full Gear, we're live at 6:45 on Saturday for Full Gear. Again, it's going to be a crazy one. There's not a lot announced. The prediction title, by the way, will be coming up in the next 24 hours, I believe. I'm hoping to get more matches. But yeah, I mean, Blood and Guts felt super exciting. A lot of people liked it. Even the critics were kind of like, it was, it might have had its gaping flaws, but it did definitely have excitement and chaos and all the fun stuff. Now we have to quick pivot and Full Gear. And it's funny because I feel like Full Gear at times has run into this problem, but it feels like a little bit of an afterthought. And I hope it's a good show, but it does feel a little bit like, oh yeah, and by the way, we're doing this.
Yeah, we will allegedly have a Mox match now on the card, but that's not tying into anything in Blood and Guts, really. Well, it's him and Kyle O'Reilly. Like,
right. What happened to Darbs?
Well, Darby's taking on Pac. We got 1 Pac, 2 Pac, 3 Pac, 4. But yeah, Full Gear feels like it's out of gear a little bit with all of this. Even tonight, most of the matches are tournament matches, are to see who's going to be first in the Battle Royal, Casino Battle Royal. I keep forgetting. I almost called it Blood and Guts.
Right.
First and second in that. But yeah, it's kind of this feels filler. This feels filler as a go home.
Well, again, I mean, the good news is there are definitely things that kind of set up the, Full Gear as far as, the Battle Royal. And I mean, again, are you that excited for a Battle Royal to decide a new national champion? Not really. I wish I was, but I'm kind of not. Kenny comes back tonight. Does that mean he do we get something with Kenny and the Bucks against Callis? I don't know how exciting that is. It feels like been there, done that.
Well, we've got to go and have that. Then Kenny and them have to have a match. They have to have the match versus Jurassic Express, right? Or with Kenny and Jurassic Express versus the Bucks and somebody for $1 million.
I thought that happened.
Am I wrong? Am I misremembering?
I mean, but
yeah, Kenny and Jurassic Express versus the Young Bucks and Josh Alexander, $1 Million Trios match. I'm not misremembering.
All right, but what did they do? Didn't they do that at the last pay-per-view?
That was the 500,000 versus just the Jurassic Express. There was no Kenny.
My bad. Way to make this seem real cool and exciting and important. Okay. See, there's that. We can talk all we want about that. Does it fit? Does it feel right? I mean, we'll see. I like it. Coming off Blood and Guts and instantly pivoting into Full Gear. I mean, just have a fun show tonight. Have a good show. I said it last week, Nick. You know what? And I listened to the interview that TK did with Ario. Just lean into all this shit. Fucking be completely delusional. Yes, I love when my hair's short. Like, just completely go berserk. Tonight, chaos, blood. You have everyone throwing everything, have tables explode for no reason. Like, just chaos. Lean into it.
No, you can't walk away from sensible wrestling, much like we can't walk away from the
Have
sensible
we
chat.
not?
But no, because there's still glimmers of hope. There's still, even where Tony's out there saying there was some stuff that I didn't approve of. Like the Darby spot that I were going back of Revolution, where he goes through off the ladder through the pane of glass. We weren't fans of it. Neither was Tony, but it still happened. That's where it gets weird.
I told you, he don't know.
Blood and Guts should have been the pay-per-view. Blood and Guts should have been the pay-per-view. This should all have been built into this. If you have the match of Jon Moxley versus Kyle O'Reilly beforehand, and that's determines who gets the advantage, what have you, and it comes down to that, then the finish makes a lot more sense and feels a lot more impactful.
Well, yeah, you have a match where Kyle O'Reilly beats John by some hook or by crook, and then John's mad. Maybe the heels jump him. Then you build. I think Full Gear would feel a lot more exciting if there was 2 blood and guts matches on Full Gear instead of being on Dynamite. And part of it is it being so close to Full Gear. That's where it gets challenging. It felt fun. It felt big. It felt, holy shit, you did all this. Plus you threw in a world championship match that you didn't need to, but you did. And now we come back to this tonight where it's a launching pad. But how do you talk? Like, Full Gear has got to have a whole bunch of shit to it.
Tony, well, AEW, not specifically just Tony, but AEW, his company, has a really good job, and I think you've used this phrase often, of stepping on his own dick. When it's all out next to all in, and now with Blood and Guts right beside Full Gear, you're doing too much too close together.
Yeah, and I mean, I think you look at it and you're like, you're right there. There's some good ideas. Some of this stuff really does work. Some of it is okay. It's just, I feel like even with like a lot of the Moxley stuff is, if you did it right, Mox could be cooler. I'd be less critical of Mox, but it's always like you have to go that extra mile. Like, did you really need an exploding table? Like, why did that table explode? Does anybody know? But was it necessary when you had everything else? Like, was that one Monet bump that she took through the table, does that really make or break the match? I mean, sometimes it's a little too indulgent, but again, if you're into that kind of thing, you're super entertained by it.
Did you use restraint? No. Will it sure be a whole lot cooler if you did? All right.
Absolutely. That's all it is, man. Listen, calling it for what it was, that was one of the best shows they put on this year on a Wednesday night. Yes, it took 2 cage matches and 24 people to pull it off. But again, it was a fun night ultimately, and that's what you want. So
if WWE can celebrate Monday Night Raw, John Cena's last Monday Night Raw, being a roaring success, then AEW can celebrate Blood and Guts being a roaring success. Because to me, they're one and the same. They were both built to be special shows. They were supposed to be special shows, and they delivered.
Yeah. And I mean, and again, for treating them like the alternative and not, holding them to, you can't really compare them at times, right? Because there is that different vibe. And for that vibe, they kind of hit the mark. There are some things that people are going to be critical of, or maybe they could learn from. But overall, it was an entertaining time. But we got about 5 minutes to say hello to the chat. How are we, people? It's Wednesday. You put hump day in the books. Friday, Junior tomorrow, and the weekend is upon us. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. You're feeling good. You're doing good. Remember to reach out and love somebody today. Zach is first one in the chat saying International Men's Day. Yes, not much talk. It was very quiet about Men's Day today. In, Mental Health Month, Men's Month, awfully quiet as well, sir.
Well, I mean, that's why we exist. That's why we are out here to be advocates for it and everything. I mean, right. Typical coming from 2 big bearded guys.
Right. But absolutely did want to mention Spaz, C. Monet, and Damien. Top 3 from last night. Get in that chat. Get your points. Super chat, super stickers. Get your bonus points. I think Spaz is on like a Goldberg run right now. Someone's got to take him out, folks. He's killing it.
It's the super chats that give him the advantage, I feel. Right. He's got that super spear. He's super Cena, super Spaz.
Those bonus points. But shout out to all the fellas out there. Kevin, welcome back. Justin, how you doing? Drew Stan. Justin. We're going to call you Justin. I was going to say International Men's Day. Oh, there you go, Mega. We all can say it. The more people that say it, the better. National Camp Day, get your s'mores. It is too cold in my neck of the woods to be going camping.
Yeah, who's going camping at the end of November?
No. Cherokee George, good morning, all. It's also National Carbonated Beverage Day with Caffeine Day. No joke. Like, who makes these days? Who is like the master of days? Who decides?
Yeah, like you can't just say sodas that because some places call it pop.
Soda.
What's going on here?
Who calls it soda?
Us, me.
You
I
call
do.
it soda?
You call it pop?
Pop.
Oh God! See, this is exactly why it's National Carbonated Beverage with Caffeine Day, because we can't agree on what the fucking thing's called.
Soda seems so weird. Hey man, can I have a soda? Can I get a liter of soda?
Can I get a bag of milk? You shut the hell up over there.
A bag of milk. Yeah, facts. Cherokee George, welcome back, sir. Clay Lewis, how you doing? C Money, welcome back, sir. Let's go. Looking forward to Bobby Lashley versus Ricochet. Damien, the leader of the Hopium Tribe. Good to see you, buddy. Dennis, Sean Reed, Paul, Justin again. We'll get back to some of these bigger comments, but rolling through. Josh is in the house. The knee pad.
We'll go back to real quick while you had it up, because I did want to touch on, because Dennis is comment as we were talking about being advocates for mental health and everything like that. Yes. And again, it's National Men's Day and everything. Dennis saying, sorry guys, we're going to be watching tonight, just not in a good place mentally right now to enjoy watching wrestling or keep up with it. Well, I know I sent it to you, my guy, but we're always there for you, and I hope you feel better.
Absolutely, chin up. You're never alone, and if we can keep your mind off things and put a smile on your face, we'd love to do so. But yeah, reach out, talk to somebody, find a friend, be a friend, tell a friend. And again, if there's anything we could ever do not hesitate to let us know. But keep that chin up. The storm will pass, sir.
Right.
Sean Reed, good to see you. Welcome back. Last couple of EW shows, not bad. I hope they can do it again. We always hope for good shows. It's a much better week. Monday this week was insane. Tuesday, not bad. Wednesday, if they can have a really good one tonight, we'll be pretty happy. And then we head into, Friday and the weekend. We could have a really good week here.
We're hoping. We're on a good trend here. So don't let us down, Tony Khan.
Yeah. C Money got you. Welcome back, sir. Anthony, I see you. Someone's got to explain the wizard part. Did I miss it? Did I pee on?
You need to, I was going to halfway go with the fact that you look like a wizard, Gandalf.
Wizard? The wizard. I'll take that. But yeah, where did the wizard come from? He's like, man, this guy just sits on stream. Does he ever pee? What's up, KJ?
I know our buddies at HMG over there, Big Ray and Co. have alluded to that. We just, we don't use that. We're like truckers out there, way the road, boys, and everything. But yeah.
Right. Big bladder. What can we do? AEW, let's go. Josh feeling it. As we are about 1 minute away. Let's see if I can squeeze a few more in. Larry is back with it. Eric's in the house. Sapphic, good to see ya. Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Jacob, welcome back. So I am getting the violence warning. Daz, good to see ya.
I still got HBO Max, so yes.
HBO Max. All right. I'll let you know where I stop. Rick Dawson's with us. Philip. Okay, so I'm getting the pyro, and yeah, so let me know when you get the initial pyro right out the gate.
Fair enough, but I still see Jason. I see Ramataja. I believe I said that even halfway close. I got a TV 14 on my screen.
What's that?
I said I have a TV 14 on my screen, and now I got the stage, and I got the initial pyro on the stage, and boom, bang, boom, bop, pow.
Yes.
It's 3 hours of continuous wrestling action.
Are you going to have to flip over?
I'm going to probably have to flip over.
Right? I know it's a pet peeve of yours, so it's kind of funny. Richard Martin's with us. Byron, welcome back. Let's go. C Money. Who's starting the show? Who starts the show? Kenny Omega is returning tonight. We haven't talked much about that. We touched on it a little bit, but it's always good to see Kenny back in the mix. I like Kenny. I just feel like he's almost anchored down a little bit by his friends at times.
I love Kenny, but AEW Kenny is not the Kenny that I love. I love New Japan Kenny.
Okay. Yeah, I agree. Like, we always talked about it. He seems to find a next level, a new gear, maybe pun intended a little bit there. When it comes to going back over to Japan, it's like he wrestles for his respect there. And I feel like some of the guys over here in AEW feel like they might just be wrestling for the paycheck, and it doesn't feel the same. So, and I do partly think it's, kind of.
Bro, you're in the crowd.
Was that me?
There's you with the beanie hat on and everything like that.
You asked for it. We delivered. Nick has
glimmers of cope. I love that.
Right. Money. Efron, good to see ya. Let's go. Let's go. Be a friend. Tell a friend. We want to see triple digits hanging out with us. Take this link. Share it with everybody you know, everybody you can think of. Save your friends from bad reactions, bad streamers, and send them over to the Wrestling for Life Network.
Stash Club in the front row there. They're in Boston right now. So if we don't see Boston in the chat, we know he's probably there.
Right. As Hurt Syndicate kicking this one off. Is it going to be Shelton or Bobby in the first match? Looks like Bobby opening up.
But Klaatu, what up? Denisha, what up? I see you. Ronan. Anthony's explaining KJ, the Wizard, is a comic reference and old school NFL player.
Okay.
Right, as he's just calling you an NFL player. I don't know. It works. Roll with it.
Okay. I'll have to look that up.
Kenny Obeta. I almost thought that was Kenny Alberta.
Alberta D'Omega.
Yeah. That's his name in Quebec. But Spaz with a $10 super chat. Not the best day. Might have to hit a rack with a forklift, but who can say?
Don't do it.
Might have hit a rack with a forklift. Oh, Spaz. We could talk about bad days, my guy. But here with the boys, here with the family. Happy International Men's Day to the friends, the dudes, and the broskies.
Yeah, as a former forklift driver, that's no fun. So hopefully you're doing okay. You're safe and everything's fine, sir. That's a scary thought.
I have a funny story. If maybe for a members only stream of not with a forklift, but with an electric pallet jack, pallet lifter and everything. One of those to where, I thought I was going to get fired that day at work.
Yeah. I've seen some crazy nonsense, but here comes Ricochet. Now, Ricochet, Bobby, do we feel a little bit of like, again?
This is the song that never ends. They are bald, my friends.
It's like Tony was like, give me a list of guys you're willing to work with. They were like, Ricochet. Here you go.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, good on you, I guess. Maybe this is going to be what I think they're going to do is Bobby wins one, Shelton wins two. And then what are they going to do when those two have to go face to face? Because they've talked about that.
Would you fragment the Hurt Syndicate at this point?
I don't think so, because they've talked about it on screen with MVP about if those two had to face each other and everything, then they would just do business. So I think that's where they'll go with that to make it. That's the only bit of a story you would have going into it. So go with it.
Yeah. Interesting. So Bobby, Ricochet are going to kick this one off. Shelton will be in action later tonight as he takes on
Speedball.
Yeah, Speedball. And Ricochet tweeted out, "Go Speedball." I don't have a graphic for that one. We can find it.
It was that graphically important.
It didn't even come up in my list. Shit.
Fair enough. But yes, folks, let us know Ricochet's got a microphone, so that's always a good sign.
Oh, just get to the match, bro. We don't need this. Getting heat, though. Getting some heat.
Yeah. As he's got an Eagles hoodie on, by the way, in Boston. Now, is it a bit one of those that it's a thing with AEW of that their heels are just so insufferable they work that way of getting heat because they're just fucking insufferable.
Yeah, I think the problem I find with the heels and a lot of the big is I feel like a lot of people are so similar, like the same approach to getting heat. I'm gonna, I'm gonna wear the opposing team's shirt. I'm gonna tell you guys how shit you are. I mean, I just feel like it lacks a bit of creativity, like a different voice. I think that's partly why I like MJF so much is his voice. It's just a different voice. It's being done differently, but even he gets, caught up in it.
It's every song on the radio sounds the same.
Yes.
As
Yeah.
Sin out here, I think, wow, a hoodie with a cape is insane. Yeah, that was an aggressive look by Ricochet.
It's a choice. It's a choice for sure.
Definitely a choice.
The STFU being enchanted.
Oh, well, what is it? It's still Choco Funko or whatever it was.
Choco Talco, I think is what you said.
Choco Tyson Tomco.
I want to put that
what
on
they were
t-shirt.
saying.
Choco Taco Tuesdays.
Facts. There we go. Bro, those that used to slap. Those are Klondike. If you're listening out there, I think it's Nestle that owns Klondike. Bring them fuckers back.
Right.
Where are my Choco Tacos?
What would you do for a Klondike?
Mm-hmm. Bobby, just smash him. Why are you just looking at this dumb fuck?
So this is such a flat way to start this. Like, this is not great. Am I being fair? Like, it kind of took the win.
Bobby, I understand it. What are you, so the Uber baby face again?
Yeah.
Baby face Booby Lashley out there. If you can't get by Remsburg, my guy, you can't swim move him and just pick him up and move him and smash this idiot.
Why are you just standing there like that? Like, it's so funny. Like, get him. Look, and now he's calling out fans. He's doing crowd work. There's Bobby. Okay. He screams, though. That's good.
Yeah, but I mean, it took all the way to where this man was getting crowd. Oh, they were supposed to catch him, and they did not.
They partly got him.
But yeah, this man was out there doing crowd work. And they have Andrew Schultz, and Tony's like, we have Andrew Schultz at home. Cut to Ricochet doing crowd work.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I think, like, I'm excited for this match. Bobby taking out one member of GOA as I think Khan goes down. Oh, there's the other. Oh, wow. Bobby
GOA is DOA. Oh, you wish you were Roman.
Am I a pinch ahead?
No, because Toa Leona just went over the barricade and all that. We're celebrating afterwards as he went to swing with the chair.
Yeah, I just thought Ricochet took the energy right out of the building by going way too long. He should have got 15 seconds of this place sucks, go Eagles. Back by Bobby, big pop, we're on. But c'est la vie, we're off and rolling. Let's check what the chat said, Nick. 91% going Bobby. Ricochet, no respect. No respect.
No, he deserves no respect and everything. Standing shooting star press. I mean, the guy's talented in ring, moonsault, one count, 1.5 count at best. Yeah. But even then, like coming out with the Eagles, as someone who lives in New England, I'm not a Massachusetts, I'm not a masshole, and I don't ever aim to be. Okay. But that doesn't even feel like that's offensive. It's like it's like showing up in Toronto with like a Carolina Hurricanes jersey and talking shit. It's like, what?
Yeah, you're like, okay. Boo. Yeah.
Boo earns.
But
bro, are these tweets in the corner actually real or not? Someone was out there just saying, I feel like a kid on Christmas watching AEW Dynamite.
They might be. They could be. I don't know, man. I don't trust it, but some of them are very fluffy. But there are fans that feel this way. We know that there's a good amount of, sickos.
Folks, let's make it happen. Let's get one of y'all. Let's get us out there in the little corner and everything. I want to see our beautiful logo out there talking about AEW.
Oh, shit.
As it should be. Squash, motherfucker. Bug meat windshield.
Squash, motherfucker. I gotta clip that for a sound clip.
No, 100%. That's what it needs to be. That's what it should have been. I was sitting there. We were talking about it. I was getting mad because he was taking so goddamn long. Of Bobby, you are a guy that just smashes everybody. The only person who's probably bigger than you in this fucking company is Hobbs. And that might just be on mass. So you should just destroy this fucker. You've wrestled him 17 times by now. You should know the moves. You should know the playbook. We're over and done with this, thankfully.
Well, we would say it. So you give Ricochet like this way too long promo to eat shit. It's awesome. But yeah, I mean, now we'll see what happens with Shelton. And like you said, does this set up Bobby versus Shelton And what does that look like?
Is giving him the long promo the only thing that salvaged Ricochet with that? Of that, the match was going to be short, so you get you make up the time in the promo.
You get a little extra time, I guess. I mean, it feels a little. I mean, because the promo didn't hit great, so you do a shitty promo and then you get dusted. It's not a good day at the office.
What is the life of Ricochet? I mean, look at what he gets to go home to. I mean, are you really complaining?
Okay, touche.
Tabernacle.
Yeah, we got Shelton Speedball,
Shibata, and Samoan Joseph backstage right now.
Oh, yes. He will be fighting Hangman tonight. Should be an interesting match.
Really? I feel like Hobbs was the more interesting match. Hobbs is a match that I could have believed was actually for the title and everything like that.
Yeah.
But,
go ahead. I was just going to say, but it's been this whole sequence with Joe has been a little bit out of order. Everything, like from his turn.
But it's also forced. It's very forced. It's they're building a feud and building a story as it happens in real time. Like there's no real reason for Joe to be a heel outside of what he got disrespected because you didn't hand me my belt the way I thought you wanted me to. Yeah,
it definitely feels like when you have one of those like leftover IKEA pieces and you just shove it in that, like just jam it in that place. Let's go. That's yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's just been out of sequence. It doesn't quite make sense how it's worked out. But I love Joe. I like Shibata a lot. I like Hobbs. I like Hangman. I just don't know if this has been done in a way that's like, okay, let's go. Like, I want to see 6 matches with these guys.
I still have bolts. Why do I still have bolts? It's the Homer Simpson. That's a nice looking grill. Why doesn't mine look like that? That's a nice storyline. Why doesn't mine look like that?
Right. Okay. We talked about this pre-show, Nick. I feel like, is it just a case of we're hiding Kenny a little? Like Kenny can't do the one man, like the single 25-minute bangers that he was doing. Are we going to have to watch the Bucks and Alexander twice tonight?
Yes, we're going to back to back.
See, that's not a 3-hour special.
We're going to keep teasing towards the Elite reuniting because, again, we forget that they Meltzer driver Tony and everything like that because we just forget about storylines and now we just cover them up. This is the city government at work. If we're just patching up everything with we're patching up all the potholes instead of actually filling anything in. Of everything's money on the line match, everything's odd pairings and shit. Does Tony not pay his wrestlers? He's got to pay them in matches.
We do, like he needs to, but this is where like I talked about his interview where there was things I'd agreed with, but there were things that I definitely feel like he's delusional on, and like nobody's willing to tell him like, you know what, Tony, the money matches are silly. Let's not do them. But they just keep doing them, and they make no sense.
Anyone else do a double take and think Matt Jackson was Matt Maynard?
Maybe.
Nutty Magic teaming with Nick Jackson. What?
Right? Does that mean Matt's chunking up?
I don't know, but he might have been swollen up as I guess they're part of the Callis family now.
They're like pseudo. They're not like fully committed. They're like reluctant friends. I don't even know. What is this match? Oh,
this is the Josh Alexander match, the match we were literally just talking about. They're Suda wrestlers, and they've been Suda a couple times, I think, too, as well.
As Don Callis doing their intro again, this is twice now. So
the greatest team in the last 1,000 years, but they look so annoyed.
Yeah, this is them being like their conflicted face. We don't know how we feel about this.
We don't want to be heels, but we just kind of have to
be. Emotionally,
we're torn.
Torn apart.
Skyflight back to jobbing. Yeah. Scorpio with Sky, welcome back. Here's a job out there with Top Flight.
Yeah. What is he doing with Top Flight?
Sky Flight, aerial assassins. I don't know.
Right. This music.
Didn't they come out in fucking pilot gear at one point and everything?
Yes.
In a
Yeah,
flag
remember it,
in
and
the
then
skies.
yeah,
With
Layla
Layla
was.
Gray.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, sorry, I was just saying with Layla Gray. That's all I said.
Layla, yes, she was the stewardess, the flight
Yes.
attendant.
The lady on the plane.
Here comes Alexander. Remember when Alexander was like one of the best wrestlers in the world? Ouch. I love Alexander.
Yeah.
I do. But my God, what happened?
The walking weapons turned to the walking wounded, I feel. Didn't they give us some... Sorry?
It's just $1 million match, and it blows my mind because it doesn't add any value to the program.
Well, this is the preamp to this. What the...
Yes.
Jesus. When did they get this type of a fucking intro?
I thought it was Kenny coming out.
Skyflight, just Top Gun, eat your fucking heart out.
Why didn't they just call him Top Scorpio? I don't know.
Get over here.
Get over here.
Yeah, has this... I know I'm not here every Wednesday. Has this been a thing on Dynamite, or has this just become like an ROH thing that grew to Dynamite?
Say that again. What?
I'm not here every Wednesday, so I'm asking if Skyflight was a regular thing on Wednesdays, or I'm pulling the audience to look at something that went from Ring of Honor and transitioned to Dynamite.
No, I haven't seen them. The last time I saw Top Flight, they were hanging around with Leo Rush, and like you said, they were dressed up like pilots, and then Leo was wearing, he looked like one of the spiked balls from Mario for a while.
Right.
Didn't know what that choice was. So I knew that I had heard that Scorpio Sky had been on a collision or been doing Ring of Honor stuff. I hadn't seen them. Did not know they were called Skyflight, Skylight. Let's go, Sky Bright.
Shine light like a skylight.
Back now.
But yes, folks, let us know who you got for this match, whether you've got the Buck and Alexander's or Skyflight.
Skylight.
Skylight, Nightlight, Night Bright.
Top Flight. Not right.
Crop top. Oh. Have you seen, though, by the way, on a random note, speaking of Ring of Honor, have you seen Sammy Guevara's latest appearance on Ring of Honor?
I did not.
He's looking like Timu Dom, my guy. He's got the little hint of a stash. He's starting to look like Dom in the early Judgment days, wearing the purple attire. But yeah, he's one half of the Ring of Honor tag team champions right now, I believe.
Really?
I think it's him and Roosh. He's part of Los Ingobernables, Los Forgettables.
Yeah, I know that he had been kind of taken over Los Ingobernables a little bit, and kind of pushed his way into it. But yeah, I haven't seen this Dom look, which that's an interesting choice, my friend.
I'm gonna send you a pic. I think it's in the Discord. I'm gonna drop it there too. But yeah, as I have. Sorry,
just light on their feet.
Do they have... That would be one thing if they actually came out. Remember those old sneakers and everything that actually light up when you step and everything?
Wasn't that
that's something? Jet Speed and everything. Why am I blanking on his name?
Speedball?
Not Speedball. Kevin Knight, when he was teaming with, he was 205 Live Cruiserweight champion. I can't remember his name. Had the Marty McFly look.
Rich?
No.
What?
You don't remember the Japanese wrestler that had a Marty McFly look and everything like that? Sorry.
No, I don't know.
Fact checkers, help me out there. The vitamins are making the pages stick together, but yes.
Oh, hilarious. This is the most
Kushida.
Oh, Kushida.
Yeah.
Marty.
That's what I was saying. He's the one that should have the light up shoes and everything like that.
Yeah. No, he really should. I mean, he got the vest and everything else. So,
right.
I mean, Naomi kind of did the light up shoes for a little bit. Big moonsault, tope. Here we go. 5-star match. Two. Oh, drop kick to the face. To the face.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Low bridge.
Like literally just tap, like split second.
There we go. Josh off the ropes. Cross the body in the back.
Cross body in the back.
There we go. Skylight. So Young Bucks and Alexander 76% from the chat. Makes sense, but again, I feel like some people are like, "Oh, this is so good," but I'm not that excited for what I'm watching right now.
I'm gonna see it in less than 4 days, 5 days. Essentially, I'm gonna see this whole team in a match that this match doesn't mean anything outside of we're just getting the other team in front of people right now.
No. So here's the prediction: would be the Bucks and Alexander win, but continue a beatdown. The good guys run out and either run them off or have a bit of a melee.
See, but no, that's when you tie in Kenny coming out, because this is what you should have done is had Kenny come out, and then that's when the Bucks come out. You don't have them in a match. You have that still teasing of are they heel or are they not, what have you. Callis comes out, the Jurassic Express come out, then that's when Alexander comes out, and you bring the Callis family with you, and you get a fucking melee, you shoot it off into a commercial.
Right. 22 minutes. It felt like a lifetime. Maybe a little. I mean, we got, especially on an extended show with, the additional hour. I'm like, shit, right? Like, we got to keep a pace to this.
And it's still going to get interesting because they have the bad history and bad track record of reverse engineering and reverse booking these shows. And they put the top stuff at the start and put the weak sauce at the back. So if they do that here, that's going to get dicey.
No, listen, man, if they're going to call it a 3-hour special, I want you to book your main event at the end of the show, at the end of the, as we're going to the 11 o'clock hour. That's where I want our main event, in the last quarter, not at the end of the second hour. That's a terrible idea. If you're going to sell us on it, be courageous enough to book it like a special show. And if the fans really want to, and if you book it in a way that people really want to see it, they'll stick around.
You have 2.5 hours to sell us on a fucking match. Do it. And even if you set it up at the start of the show, you now have 2.5 hours to sell us on that match. Yeah, that's 100%. The way it should be. Treat it like it's a goddamn pay-per-view. Don't look at it as Dynamite and then Collision separate. Look at it as one thing, one entity.
Yeah, doing the two separate shows. I mean, again, that reset at 10 o'clock, Collision's on a losing battle right out the gate. It's starting at 10. And again, it's very easy at that point to say, I've had enough and go to bed. That's the challenge here. If you're going to, you can book it in a way that you don't have the drop off that you do.
100%. Well, that's the thing, is when you start to know what's advertised and what's going to happen now left and what's left on the show, you're kind of like, you can have that. Not even what I'm mad at.
Right. Yeah, 100%. I kind of see what they're trying to do, but it's not a good way. And people bail out on your shows because you do that, because you don't kind of build to a crescendo. Like if you did all that chaos we got on Monday, an hour into the show, it's really hard to keep people around for the rest of it, because that's kind of peak. We know that's peak.
I'm still telling you Collision's going the way of the dodo bird, but I digress.
Tony would have you believe otherwise. So
Tony would have you believe in a lot of things and a lot of lies and everything. But I mean, it's not a good time slot for this network, for the brand deal, for the broadcasting deal that they have. They've already had to move it now because of their own pay-per-views. It's getting more in the way than it is helping them. So it's almost more of a advantageous thing to just cut it.
Yeah. And again, there has to be other programming that they could air between 10 and 11 on a Wednesday that's going to garner more views, or, at that time spot on a Saturday. I mean, maybe not, but you would imagine there might be.
Rampage went the way of the dodo bird. Dark Elevation went the way. It's a matter of time.
Oh, big kick.
Yes. As Jose Gamer Live, hi. As some Logan Paul is not better than the entire AW roster.
Yes,
He's
he
at
is.
least top 15, top 10.
Top 3 or 4, man. Logan
Ooh.
Paul. And we can break it down differently. On the mic, on the mic, Logan Paul has some moments that aren't wonderful, but he is a natural talker, a natural asshole. Wow.
Oh,
Springboard moonsault doomsday.
one, two count.
That was nice. That was super nice.
Oh. Yeah, Top Flight works as a tag team. If they were used in their tag team division, it'd be nice.
Yeah, we see them and like, book them. This is good. Book them. This looks like you have a really cool trios division. Maybe. Like, it looks like it, but I don't know if you do. Oh, big super kick.
Double super kick. It seemed you can have a short list of promotions or distinctions that have actually worked as a trios division or anything like that, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, to me, just make the tag team wrestling good.
The most famous trio was the Freebirds, and they weren't a trio. They just used the tag team titles as a trio.
Right. As Dante's, they got the crowd going, man. No rules, no semblance of a structured wrestling match, but the crowd is on their feet and it's high action. A lot of big spots. Dante can fly. His brother can fly. I mean, Scorpio can kind of fly. This has been fun from that standpoint. I just wish the Bucks understood what a real wrestling match looked like.
I was about to say this is the first action that we've seen, and then I remembered the squash match beforehand, and I was like, no, that's wrong.
Right. MJF greater than Logan Paul.
Oh, I'd give you. I 100% was going to get you on that.
That's a court. I like that one.
I'll take that. I will defend Andrew Maxwell to the fucking fullest. I'll do it pro bono. Pause.
Oh, here we go. Tuna driver.
Stale as it ever was.
Again, the thing with
as Josh shoves Matt out so he can go and lock it out, ankle lock. Not even to get the pin, just.
So Josh is actually going to get the decision, though. So Dante taps out. There you go. And the Bucks are going to be upset that Josh stole the spotlight. We're shocked that he did. Never mind, upset.
Josh was coming into to AEW.
Daniels out here.
Is he's with Scorpio Sky? Remember SoCal.
The Fallen Angel, all right. Thank you for running the show for a couple of weeks. Now go back to Ring of Honor.
Facts. But yeah, why is Josh Alexander came into AEW like he was going to be Macho Man, and now he's Scott Norton in the NWO?
Right. As here's the rest of the crew. Or, well, no, here's a third of the crew. Hitchachero, Mark Davis.
C team, go.
What do we? So the Bucks win. Here come the baby faces, I imagine.
Yeah, Mark Davis looks like Husky Effie.
Right. Logan Paul sells more tickets than anyone on the AEW roster. Facts. By a mile. That's not, I don't even think debatable.
Ospreay. Do we want to talk
Logan sells more tickets than Ospreay. For sure.
Are we counting Tokyo Dome? Are we counting pre-AEW?
Yeah, maybe not in Tokyo Dome. Tokyo Dome might win. Somebody who was it quoted was like, "Oh, he could never work in New Japan." Sure, he could. He's smart. He'll figure it out. It's just he's not allowed to.
No. There's different reasons why he might not be allowed in Japan.
Right, but I mean, again, people act like he can't wrestle at all. He's a good wrestler. Like he's athletic. He takes big spots. I mean, if he was working for AEW, they would love him because he dives off the turnbuckle onto tables and does selfie videos while he does it. They'd love him. The only reason they hate him,
Logan Paul. Have that in the New Japan fucking video package. Yeah. The Tree Naito, Bushi, Logan Paul. What?
Okay.
Yeah, but what are they going to turn before they have their match to where they're supposed to be heel? Huh?
Well, now
They
they
go back to babyface right before their heel match.
right, they're having a match where they're solid heels, and now they're conflicted heels, you know, with a parallel storyline.
We're assholes, but he's a bigger asshole. So we're not as big of assholes as he's an asshole.
Facts, right? That's 100% the argument there. Is like, well, wait. They haven't done anything to change. Like, there's nothing like we haven't built to them, but here's Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega.
That trust me, yeah. Go back and watch. I love that all the New Japan shit. But yeah,
100%, man.
It looks like Kenny the Cleaner, and I know he's had the diverticulitis situation, but he's beefcaked up a little bit.
Kenny's got a chair.
Mark Davis sold that like he'd been tased.
Right? And he's just wailing away on Josh. The Bucks are just watching. Now, remember, now they're conflicted heels. So.
Yeah, well, they're trying to stop it. They're going to reconcile before they have a fucking match. Do this after the match. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. I'm saying it's out of time. Marty McFly. The Doc's alive, but he's stuck in 1965.
Right? And I do want to point out this has gone down exactly as predicted, as thought it would. The heels win. They stick around, be dicks. Kenny comes out. Now all we're waiting for is, That's all we're waiting for now.
Yeah, I'll give you credit. You fucking called it.
I mean, it's they run the same
playbook. By numbers. Yeah.
Right? Give me who's a coach who had a small playbook? Even like, I guess, does Bill fit into that category?
Belichick?
Yeah, a shorter playbook guy.
Well, not quite.
Oh, and they're just stomping the shit out of his leg?
It's John Gruden, and we're just spamming Spider 2 Y banana.
That's fair. Okay. But yeah, this is being long. It's drawn out. The crowd's reacting, but
now, but the thing is, are they extending things? Are they drawing things out because, hey, we got 3 hours to fill?
Yes.
Let's not fucking burn through this.
Hey, here comes Jungle Express.
So we just gave up on beating up on Kenny. Just stop this. What do they have? A shovel and wire. He has a fucking vacuum cleaner. He's going to suck up the competition. It's apropos that fucking Luchasaurus is coming out here with a vacuum because, God damn it, does this segment fucking suck.
Clip it.
And it's not even plugged in, so there's no fucking electricity going to this.
Why did they not bring, dude, what do we have for weapons? Shit. Dude, I thought you were bringing weapons. Grab that shit. The
Susie fucking homemaker Luchasaurus out here.
Dude,
do you know how dusty a household in the Jurassic era gets?
Be at it all day, not fucking make a dent. But,
well, that's why Jungle Boy's got the big ass shovel to shovel up that dino shit of this segment.
It wasn't good. And these are your top guys. These are supposed to be your money makers. But Jungle Boy has them cheering at least and waving the shovel. Honestly,
I just shit all over that whole segment and loved the song. It was just
right. Dude, I'm gonna bring the vacuum. Why would you bring a vacuum? It's got a cool cord, bro. What are we doing?
Bring the fucking cord. Borrow it from Roosh. Roosh is famous for just grabbing extension cords and shit. He's got at least 2 on standby. You got the whole fucking vacuum.
Why? If you're a giant dinosaur, just come out without the fucking vacuum. You're tough.
Imagine if Kane and X-Pac, X-Pac's coming out with a fucking shit-digging shovel, and Kane's got a vacuum, a leaf blower, a weed whacker.
Right? Just burn.
Lawn care. Jurassic Park home care.
At least Retribution was a chainsaw.
Was it? Or was it a fucking electric turkey cutter?
And yeah, 2 of my faves are on the screen right now, and Harley and Willow. So that's good. We are.
Oh, I'll take Willow. I know. I chose to take the exit off the highway.
I like that. KJ, where Where are we watching Collision? TSN cuts at 10. Does it really? Well, that's going to be a little bit of an interesting dynamic.
That's going to be fun because we're all going to be mad because I know HBO Max is going to cut at 10 to where I got to find a different stream. Not like I fucking pay for the fucking thing.
Listen, it may be good night, folks. It may be.
No, we're not going to GTS. I'm too fired up and.
I'm too fired up. Jesus. Yeah, well, based on the last segment, I'm feeling pretty fired up myself.
Yeah. So we're T's and P's out here. So.
Yeah, that's see, money. You got a very good point. What is this?
We're T's and P's for the Mid-Atlantic broadcaster. I can't remember his name.
Bobby. No, I lied.
Hayden? What?
They're all Bobs.
They all Bobs for apples? What?
I feel so bad for letting his name slip through my mouth.
Whoa, now.
Otto?
Oh, it is Bob.
Otto, yeah.
Good old Roberto. Sorry, damn it.
Okay, I doubted myself there for a second. Pages do stick together.
Bob Cotto.
Thank you. There you go.
Richard nails it. The Callis family has talent, but Callis overshadows the whole group most of the time.
It's very.
Heyman is a prominent figure in the Vision, but he doesn't ever outshadow Bronson Reed or Braun Breaker. Callis is the only integral part of the Callis family.
Yeah, everything else is just some of its parts. It's just, fucking, another tooth on the gear. Full gear. But it's just literally interchangeable wrestler guys. And he's the focal point. I think what Heyman does a really good job of is putting his wrestlers on this pedestal. So you do see Paul a lot. He does talk a lot, but it's never about him. It's very, unless the moment calls for it, but it's always very glancing, very, raise up the, who I represent.
If you don't want a manager all up in the promos, all up on commentary, all up in the match, come to Paul Heyman.
Right. Come to Paul Heyman. Josh Alexander can't talk or capture anyone's attention when he has bland personality. I mean, I've seen Josh in good angles where Josh gets good and fired up. He is a bit of, he's got a little bit of a Lance Storm vibe sometimes because he can be very, it's that serious, can I be serious for a minute kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But he's a phenomenal wrestler. And I've seen him in good things. We've seen him in good stories, good angles, where he was able to, good emotion, all that shit he did with Moose. But you go back through the career he's had. I think he's a guy that if you booked him to have good matches, it's a good part of your show because he's so talented.
No one or very few people were saying anything like this when Josh was still in TNA. Before Josh had signed with AEW and was doing the JOB on the REG, then that's when it became more prominent and a lot of his flaws and his weaknesses got exposed because he didn't have anything else to stand on. Josh in TNA was one of the hottest free agents on the market. So he 100%, yes, he, like you said, he's Canadian, so he's going to have that. Can I be serious for a moment?
Yeah.
But he felt that genuine serious. He's like a Steve Macklin almost had that genuine threat of I will break you.
Actually stretch you out. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
That Bret Hart kind of vibe.
Yeah, man. I'm a big fan of the guy. I've been a big fan of Josh for a long time. And I mean, imagine if he was, happened to be slotted in somehow as a quieter enforcer, mercenary type with a guy like Heyman or like the Vision, because he's that kind of pure athlete that you could sell him on. I don't know how Josh would look in a suit though. But if he was in a place where he was booked kind of strong, where or even if he was fighting for the US championship, there's stuff there. And keep in mind, his run with Ethan Page, they were one of the best tag teams in all of wrestling. And they won a lot. So we can't dismiss that.
Imagine, this is where I get sad and disappointed as we're about to get Shelton coming out, of see everything that we have going on with Ethan Page and Chelsea Green right now.
Yep.
Imagine you threw Josh Alexander into that, and that was the tag team that was paired up with Chelsea Green. You had the True North literally on WWE television. It writes its goddamn self, but to see Josh walk away from that, I mean, you can have that, but we're seeing how that worked out for you, fella, and I don't think it's worked out well.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. With all this, like, the Canadian takeover of North America, if you add Josh into that mix, as again, when you aren't the most charismatic talker, paired with Ethan Page, it worked really well because and we've seen tag teams throughout history. The one guy's the talker, the other guy comes in and says, "Ooh, what a rush," and we move on. Like,
exactly.
So it works.
100% that would work. Imagine that in that tag team division right now on NXT, on Monday Night Raw, and SmackDown, and Ethan's the voice, and Josh is the guy that's the technical workhorse that'll fucking stretch you.
Yeah, and the guy that Ethan can hide behind a little. But we do have Jet Ski coming out. Well, Bailey is going to take on Shelton Benjamin, and the winner of this gets the number 2 spot. Remember, the Casino Battle Royals, they can end at any time. So you want a lower number, not a higher number, like traditional Battle Royals.
Yeah, and it's still 5, almost 6 years into this company existing. Still kind of hurts my brain at times because why would you do it that way? You're punishing people who start the match badly, like one hand, fuck it, I guess. But yeah, it's like it is a tier above the reverse battle royal for me.
Man, I was just 100% going to say that, bro. Get out of my head. Definitely going to just say that. It's exactly that vibe. It might not be as bad, but it's the same idea of going backwards. And the idea of, will they ever be ballsy enough for like number 1 or number 2 to like gets the pin? Nobody else comes out. The pin happens between 1 and 2.
No, because no one would be believable to do that outside of maybe Bobby Lashley. Like if they do Bobby and Shelton, finger poke of doom. You want chaos. You want calamity. Finger poke of fucking doom. Hey, Bobby's a new champ. We don't got to do shit around here. Match over.
Right.
Done.
Great rules.
Yeah. It's like, it's why I hate the multi-person tag matches to where you can tag in your fucking opponent, because then if you and I are in a tag team match, I just go over and I tag you, or I get the guy, you blind tag the other guy in, and then I pin you, we're fucking done.
Well, that's why the WWE came out with the outlaw rule, right? Because of Billy Gunn and Road Dogg.
Exactly.
But why would you not do that? Like, fuck.
Geniuses.
Like, I mean, you have all these guys paying for each other's services. Pause. But they are.
Listen, we voted on releasing those files already earlier today. So yeah, we don't need to talk about that.
Have one of your heel guys pay off the number 2 guy, and you get the pin instantaneously. Nobody gets to be in the Battle Royal. No surprise. No, not just the surprises. Holy shit, it ended.
Right. Well, Action Jackson agreeing with you of like Enzo, the Mike, and Big Cass the Giant. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which they need to be fucking together again. Enzo's got his shit together. If you watch any of his stuff on the indies or with Fourth Rope, he's got his shit together a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that, but I do believe there still is a contingent out there, very kind of like I don't know why. I think he's a talented guy.
The way he looked, respectfully, you look like, you look like you're from New Jersey. No disrespect to New Jersey. Right. So yeah.
But Shelton and Speedball rolling on. Let's check what the chat had to say. As 65% going Shelton, Speedball getting 35.
Who you got?
I think Shelton's the way to go because, like you said, it does bring Bobby and Shelton that much closer to a confrontation.
Oh, you force it. You got the double-edged sword of you can do the doom, or you got the let's see what happens when these two fucking bulls lock horns. Pause.
No, I like your idea a lot.
That's just fun. Well, you're the one that set the fucking table and everything for. We just don't have an actual gauntlet. We're just over and done. And hey, Mike Mondo, all due disrespect, you want to try and challenge Bobby Lashley in an actual fucking fisticuffs, who's the real North American champion, I'll take that shoot. I'll pay good money to watch that.
Yeah. Tope, Bobby catches speedball. Sorry, Shelton. Shelton. My bad.
By the way, Shelton is such a slept on. Everybody used to use Shelton because he was super athletic and a fucking powerhouse.
Dude, if the world title picture or angle or current story was like Bobby has it and Shelton's mad at him and is chasing him down, that's way better than anything they've done in the last 2 years.
Tony, all of our fucking links and everything are in the description or scrolling through and everything. We already know you've been in the chat before, so just let us know. We won't have to be even investors or anything like Russo. We won't try and say that we're working for anybody else or anything. We'll just show up.
You know what the best part is? Like being a kayfabe investor. Like, you ain't got no money, bitch. What are you doing?
Is he actually a kayfabe? I thought he might be a real.
That seems like such a real. I'm only an investor in kayfabe. It probably is.
I was working the dirt sheets, bro. Wasn't he supposed to retire at the end of this year and not be doing anything with pro wrestling?
He said something like that, but man, and that is one thing Tony Khan said is, us content creators, we get a good amount of engagement because of his product. So love him or hate him, you got to give him credit for that. What would we talk about if there was no AEW?
That was very much a part of, and he wasn't saying it to us, but he was saying more to like Bischoff and everything. But that was part of that interview to where he got open and like actually honest, and that's when you could see that shift back of once Ariel started asking other questions that you had Tony shift back to, well, we're on every Wednesday and Saturday on TBS and TNT, and I think we have a really great product. He shifted back into, puppet mode. But like during that question is when he got like, we're just friends talking. He forgot there was a fucking camera rolling.
Yeah, man. And again, I think it makes him more respectable, and it makes him more. You take him a little more serious when he talks that way. When he's just yammering and everybody can see him just completely duck, dodge, dive, dodge, whatever, out of the way of every like actual legitimate question. Again, it's hard to kind of root for that. Like when he comes out and he kind of lets himself be a little vulnerable and a little less guarded. I don't know what the word is, but he seems less eccentric when he actually just talks like that.
Tony, if I can, Anthony, maybe here, I'm talking to you over here, camera 2. 100%, we can see your bullshit. We all really think you're a really nice guy.
We do.
You're trying your best, and we're rooting for you. We want you to do good. We want you, my guy, and everything. But you're not good enough that you can slip bullshit past us, and you keep thinking you can do it. We want to see more of you being you, and we get who you are. I know you've been compared to Billy Corgan and Dixie Carter and all of that, and been awkward and everything like that, and you scream into microphones and forget how they get loud and everything and roll down rampways, but we forget about that. When you're being you, that's when we believe in you. When we feel like you actually have some sort of throttle and some sort of, you're at the control of this fucking ship a little bit.
Just a little. Again, we want to root for him. He seems like a good guy. I say it all the time. I started all this shit because of AEW and Tony Khan, and it's just you're asking me to pretend I'm stupid, and that's really hard to do.
I seem to do it fairly well. But...
in this regard, more thumbtacks. I agree. All the shit. I'm mad there's been no blood yet tonight.
I hope you are fucking joking.
Like, I want all this stuff. I want to run in every match. I do. They're leading right in, Tony. Leading right in. Do all this shit.
No, because that's how you get the NWA.
MVP.
Armbar.
What up, Jersey?
JV, what up?
JV.
I hope that's JV. I hate that YouTube's gone back to the at so-and-so's.
Yeah, I don't understand. Just let people have their thing. This is my early prediction for Casino Gauntlet. Jay White wins the national championship. That'd be a coup.
That's not a bad shout. Now, what number does he come in at? 5? That's the thing. Is that normally with the Rumble, I'm used to like 27 sounds cool.
Well,
now here it's like 7 sounds cool.
Well, it was like the one that Will Ospreay won. I believe it was still with Rampage, and he came out number 12, and then he ended it, and there was like 8, 9 guys that were like, "Oh fuck, I guess I'll take my gear off now later."
It's because it's a gauntlet match instead of a battle royal or anything, to where
Gauntlet battle royal,
you have an actual limit of how many people are going to be in there versus it could end whenever.
Well, that's what happened. I mean, again, it doesn't. You can announce that there's 30 guys in this Gauntlet Casino Battle Royale, and we might only see 4 of them. Which does that just make it like they think it makes it more exciting because of the urgency? I don't necessarily agree.
You're kneecapping yourself as we had a DDT on the entranceway out here, just on the mat, as MVP's on commentary.
Yes, it's me. It's JV.
It's DDP.
Sometimes is the greatest show with ICP, says Rick.
Listen, I'll listen to the ICP and everything like that.
He gave me still a joint that I like an old fave.
What's that?
The dating game is one of
fave.
That whole album was fun. Again, they are what they are. It's just, I mean, at some point it just got crazy.
I was down with the clowns until magnets. How do they work?
What's that?
I said I was down with the clown until magnets. How do they work?
Right.
Yo! From the fucking heavens.
7-year itch.
That is still such a nice little old callback. Have you watched the Raven documentary yet?
No. I want to.
I want to. I think I'm probably going to try and do that this weekend because it's on Prime. Mm-hmm. # not sponsored.
Right. YouTube changed the names because, I figured this as well as C-Money, but I do appreciate the info. Let's just say the illegal activity from accounts with similar names, and it was difficult to differentiate between those older, ununique names. You got a point. And again, unfortunately, it takes some people to ruin it for all people. It's unfortunate that we have to do it this way, and hopefully they find a different way to tag it. But that we witnessed it, right? I mean, this is trying to hold people accountable and being able to figure out who owns what accounts and stop some.
Well, and you have people impersonating. Like there's been times we've seen, those who have passed to the great beyond show up in the chat and everything. Right. But yeah. So again, if we call you by a name out of pocket, it's not intentional. It's because YouTube just presents that name to us, and the vitamins are making the Rolodex stick together.
Right.
1, 2.
Wait, what?
What? No fucking way. No fucking way. What in the fuck? You can't tell me that they actually just did that right now. What? Why? MVP's even out there. What the fucking bullshit was that? There was no way that wasn't a freak out.
On the rope?
What fucking rope? He's in the center
I
of the
don't know.
ring.
That's what I'm... Anybody out there that knows
what did he just grow a big toe and reach over? Now, if they do this, then turn around. It's Nia Jackson, Tiffany Stratton all over.
Yeah,
don't let this be a 1, 2, 3 right now. I'm gonna crash out and take a fucking pause. You're fucking God fucking damn it. My TV even just sit there and took a fucking pause and everything. I don't know if anybody can hear that, but just Jesus Christ Almighty.
That was crazy.
Why? Why did you do that? I don't care if it was a miscommunication. It's going to be the fucking finish, and you can clip it back to the exact same thing we said with Nia and that whole situation. It's the fucking same finish. So just end it there.
Right? Oh, up next, Moxley and Claudia. Where are all these matches that I did not have advertised today coming from?
Because we've got to flesh out 3 hours, and shit's going a little awkward.
Like I had no idea that this match was going to happen today.
That was such a bad.
Why
What
not just
was
counter
that?
it?
That's the thing, is why not just count it? There, it was so clear and obvious. And again, even then, like, you can't even excuse that as a production issue, because that's what it should have been. Of sometimes you just got to call it like it is, especially if it's not going to change and he's going to win the match or something like that. It was still going to be the same fucking outcome. Just call it.
Yeah, it's no fucking way. Yo, what's up, Vance? Yeah, I mean, again, it's an unfortunate ending. It's definitely not a good looking spot. I really don't know that. I still don't know what the ref was thinking. Like, Speedball put his foot out, and the ref kind of acted like, oh, he's got his foot on. Oh, wait, we're nowhere near the fucking ropes. That's what it looked like, a rope break in the middle of the ring, bro.
Credit on you for saying that, because I didn't even think that. I was literally
like that's what happened.
There is no way. No, there was no excuse. Nothing. You were dead center of the fucking ring.
Right?
And yeah, the hard cam was on, like, you were dead center, central focus.
It's funny, MVP legit dropped his headset and jumped up, almost like shoot style of like, the fuck y'all doing? Do it again. Like
100%. That's what it felt like, of why he's getting in the fucking ring. And again, that's proof positive that was a fuck up, because they turn around and it's just thrown in the corner, super kick, 1, 2, 3. It was, again, and I know I got angry and loud and everything, but it's the exact same situation as Nia Jax and Tiffany and all of that.
Yeah, I mean, again, shit happens. I said that for them as well. It's just a bad look, especially at the end of a match. The ref just finish it off. If he doesn't kick out or whatever the miscommunication was, I have no idea. But if he didn't move, then just finish the count, get it over with. Like the Tiffany situation, you didn't need to get that last move in. Just figure it out. Or you make it, get up, do a couple things. You'll be fine. But, yeah, unfortunate end of the match. Shelton moves on, though. So Bobby
1 and 2 are Bobby and Shelton.
Dude, if you call it, that's...
I mean, well, I halfway did. I mean, it's either going to be, at least, I already said that they were going to do it, because what's going to happen when those two have to face each other, and MVP's already talked about that. So that's why I thought it was going to happen. Okay. Now, if it goes, like you said, of what if they don't, just it goes 1 and 2, and then that's what they do, of just finger poke of doom of fuck it. And
I think that's great. Especially especially in a wrestling company that does long matches, where they're known for a lot of long matches. That would be the funniest kind of ha-ha to kind of, I mean, again, you want to shock the world, you want to pull the wool over people's eyes. The Hurt Syndicate outsmarted everybody.
Is it that, or does everybody instantly jump to the WCW comparable?
But you want to be talked about. You want people who aren't watching to go, oh shit, what is that? And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think, you want the...
We just saw a bad thing of people saying, oh shit, what is that? To quote your exact words, my guy.
I mean, you can go either way. You can go either way.
It's provocative.
You're not fucking, you can decide.
What are you, Nostradamus out there?
As we do get a picture-in-picture replay of Blood and Guts, the skateboard spot, the stapler spot, the Mark Briscoe spot. They hurt Mark Briscoe just so they had an excuse to open the cage back up.
Yeah, I love that a guy was labeled to not be able to compete in this match was so integral to this match.
Right, you just had to open the door so Darby could get thrown through fire.
With Gabe Kidd Alexander.
When does Gabe Kidd get a title shot? He's the baddest guy in the Death Riders.
He doesn't even work here. He doesn't even go here.
Just pops up sporadically as he sees fit.
Speaking of as he sees fit, or as we Spaz fit, Spaz with a $10 super chat. Never had a positive experience with a juggalo. We've been around the wrong juggalos. But the peak was me at a party, and a friend of a friend with the Hatchet Man gimmick tattoo offered me his drink if I let him borrow my toenails. What the fuck did I just read?
I had a friend that had one on each shoulder, and he actually did a bit of wrestling once upon a time. But
why did I halfway think about toenails on each shoulder?
I'm avoiding the toenails part. If it was my buddy offer, I have no idea, man. But yeah, what is a juggalo?
What is a juggalo?
juggalo.
Oh, no, fuck
Yeah.
if I know.
You get me. Death Riders need a year off, buddy. Anthony W music. Look. Jericho's been gone so long, people are actually asking him to come back.
Anyone else get excited hearing Jane and just think it was the end of Fight Club with all the buildings fucking falling and shit like that and just the world's ending? And that's how you fucking feel about this show right now?
I really wish he had a different entrance song. It's one of my least favorite. I shit on it all the time.
I don't hate him, but this show's made me hate.
What's up, Zippy? By the way, welcome back. Double cheeseburger. That was I made some banging homemade cheeseburgers today.
I got Domino's.
Domino's.
Yeah, well, so are you? Well, fucking Christ, now you're gonna make my fat ass get into burger talk. Are you smash guy? Are you tick guy? All that.
I like a tick. I'll go either way. Depends on the mood, the place, the time. Beef is
you hear it here first, folks. KJ White will go either way.
There was no way around it, dude. I can't talk about how much I like.
I know, but I led a horse to water and he drank. Goddamn it!
You got me painted into a corner, bro. I got nowhere to go with it, but no. Yeah, I mean, again, I know good places that good smash burgers. I like it like a nice fucking thick burger though, if I can get my hands on it.
There you go. KJ probably had some fancy ass brioche buns for his burger. I don't fuck with a brioche bun, a toasted brioche bun.
A good brioche, but it was a cheese bun. It was a cheese bun.
Oh, brioche also slaps hard with French toast.
It really does.
Lady B tonight on All Embarrassing Wrestling.
Welcome back, lady. Right in the gate, swinging as always. And not wrong.
Sean, to my basketball buds, AZ versus UConn getting crazy. Shout out UConn. Well, I live next door to the most New England neighbors you could probably have. So very much UConn fans and all that. So yeah.
Right.
Controversy creates buzz, but that's not controversy. That's a botch. That's a fuck up.
Oh, I mean, I don't think in that regard, but in talking about like the doing the finger poke of doom and kind of thing.
Oh, fair enough.
The thing is, they're already criticizing you. There's podcasters and Hall of Famers and media guys and former wrestlers criticizing you. So that's why I said last week, just lean into this is who we are, and then say fuck it. Listen, everyone's gonna freak out, but we want everyone to freak out.
But we've seen how that plays out, and he right now books for Juggalo Championship Wrestling.
I
tell me when I'm telling lies.
It's a good argument to a point, but
it's the only argument because it's the right argument.
It's not like Tony's gonna wake up tomorrow and go, I think I'm gonna change how I book this show. He thinks it's phenomenal. He thinks this is the greatest shit he's ever booked. He thinks Monet's phenomenal. He thinks Moxley's the best thing since fucking I don't fucking know who he would be a fan of,
No, they've compared John Moxley to Harley Race.
Harley Race.
I damn near shit a cat.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, Trish out here saying about a year ago, Britt Baker uttered the words, nobody cares. Foreshadowing, the product has just gotten worse since. I curse you.
Right. Nick, it's like sports, right? When the team's like not playing well, and then all of a sudden there starts getting like rumblings and rumors that there's problems. And then eventually somebody snaps and one of the players from in the locker room's like, fucking sucks. I hate the coach. That's kind of what those moments were. And it's a bad look for the team. When you have one of your players like nobody gives a fuck, nobody cares about this, and the booker's like, fuck, she's right. It's not a good look.
I'm pretty sure Cam Ward had that happen earlier this season when he said the Tennessee Titans are ass, and then I think it was a game or two after that, and the coach was fucking fired. So, yeah, I think we've seen that happen in real time in 2025.
Right. Big DDT. Claudio in. By the way, we do have a tag match going. One of the matches that were not previously announced, as far as I know, maybe later in the evening they got announced. But as of like 5 o'clock, they had not been announced, to my knowledge.
Yeah, no, they're just appearing like ladies of the evening. Wrestle Rants, both WWE and AEW refs need to be prepped a lot better. That was wild. It killed the whole ending.
It did. And you're right.
Well,
sorry.
I was going to say, on one hand, do certain companies or officials get graces and second chances when that's like, when I know it's Remsburg or Aubrey, like that's the thing is at this point, this is
shit.
Oh, hook this man in the second row
and then just caught like put him down gingerly. Big
European. But as he had full tape grasp, like he was giving that man a prostate check. Elbow.
Is there no count? Oh, there Moxley up over the apron. Moxley sucks so bad. Here we go. But here's the two matches. Like, so two of the matches we've seen tonight have been tag matches. And where you were just asking about referees, the referees mean nothing in these matches. And I really wish some of the people within the building or within the company understood how much better it is if the ref has some significance.
But do they really, though? Shout out Mr. Jakarta. I hope I said that right. Spaz. I knew they was going to say that shit when I read that mess. Fair enough. You can have that. But is it a thing, though, that I know the names of fucking AEW officials? Like, you kind of know, like, you know, Ref Jess. You know, Little Nate. Because, and half the time it's by nicknames because Little Nate has been around for fucking decades. You know Aubrey, you know Remsburg, you know Skeletor, we know the officiating crew. It's like fucking Ed Hockley showing up to officiate every NFL game. When you know the officials, it gets a little like, you can't say they're not insignificant.
Yeah, to an extent. I mean, we know them, but they don't do their job, and the wrestlers don't work with them. Like, is this a no DQ falls count anywhere match?
It's a Death Rider rules match. I don't know.
Like, they've been in the crowd the entire picture-in-picture. So someone out there, let me know. And if this is a falls count anywhere tag match, why? What are we doing?
What are we doing? Spaz with a $5 super chat. Dolph Lundgren, Drago from Rocky IV, has 4 more degrees in various sciences than Bill Nye the Science Guy. There, that's a thing you know now. I still discredit that and dispute that. I'm an ordained minister in two religions and technically am a fucking have a doctorate in metaphysics, and all I had to do was send in an email. So yeah.
Is that all you had to do, really?
That's literally, I had to fill out an email address. I can technically marry anyone right now. You could get married by the wrestling for life and everything. I'm a ordained minister in the Universal Life Church and Dudism. How fitting. So yeah. And have like I said, have a doctorate in metaphysics. No, I have an email address.
That goes forever. Shit, my bad. That was a
big good. I just talked over it, so it works.
The whole time he's like, motherfucker, just give me the Clark Griswold.
Yeah. Well, I might give you the Clark Griswold and take a pause here if that's cool.
Absolutely. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling on. We are just coming back from Picture in Picture. Claudio in control of Orange Cassidy. Remember, folks, as you see on the screen, get your merch as we shirt people. We saw the Hurt Syndicate win 2 matches tonight. As right now, big for him. It's Moxley, not Claudio, by the way. From a distance, hard to tell. Nick's afraid of my love. Let me love you. Where are we going? Carl Fergie. Okay. Bill Afonso, another shout. Teddy Long, Johnny Finnegan. I like it. Mike, I called out Mike the other night, which was hilarious. Earl, don't forget Dave. Ring psychology is at an all-time low in AEW. It really doesn't seem like a frontline thing, and their fans feel like it's an unnecessary thing. So I think I don't know if it's a generational divide where some of the younger modern fans feel very much like, it's not important. It's just, did they do something cool? Did they not do something cool? I think for some of the older fans, you want some structure. You want it to make sense. You want the bad guys to cheat behind the ref's back. You want countouts to matter, because then you get those exciting, guys fighting to get back in before they get counted out. You can't arbitrarily use the rules. You should call it proper. And I know for some, oh, come on, nerd. I mean, it is what it is, but it helps. It helps tell the story. Like, if there is no laws, when the bad guy in a movie robs the bank, it's not that cool that someone's trying to catch him, or that nobody's trying to catch him. Like, that becomes the dilemma. Now, you're allowed, there is no rules. You need rules, parameters. It builds structure. Big DDT. Firing up. Crowd's getting loud. Set it on. Where's that one ref from the Tricky Ricky last man standing match? He was great. Yeah, he's a newer fella. Right? The minister, if you don't have butter. I haven't hit the butter. I've been giving him a reprieve.
Would you like butter or not, sir?
There you go. The minister of butter. That's it. Anybody reach out, let us know. We will officially do virtual weddings. You can get married by Big Nick at a very reasonable price. Botchamania. Let's go. Who else we got? Dumb question. Allegedly, AEW stars from the indies and other promotions. Why are they vote so badly in AEW? Booked so badly. Dumb question. Allegedly, AEW stars from indies and other promotions. Why are they booked so badly, Frank? I mean, I think everyone kind of across the board has, the booking is an issue. And I think doesn't matter where you come from. I think the only major difference is there seems to be a select few at the top of the chart that kind of call their own shot. So they're also responsible. Like, Moxley is equally to blame as Tony is for some of the really bad Death Rider stuff we've gone. I'm sure a lot of it was his idea, and Tony goes with it. Tony lets him angle slam by Roddy. And again, like, the crowd has its moments, but it's been quiet. Like, this whole Death Rider conglomeration thing, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know if it's, is this main event stuff? If John is a top guy, is it enough? As Danny's here, gets punched in the face by OC, kicked in the gut by John. Big punch to the face. And here comes Yuta, of course. And again, it's the same formula. It becomes repetitive. It becomes monotonous. Exactly. KJ, well said. It was just a little structure. No, I agree, man. And it just, for me, it's the storytelling, right? And I'm a big fan of story. That's what I'm looking forward to. And like right here, he gets the Bulldog choke and he's out. I think. Like, the ref calls for the bell instantly, like he knew it was going to be the case. Nobody taps out. Nobody battles. And Moxley feels a little better because after tapping out, he chokes out Orange Cassidy. Okay match. Again, all over the place. They got to spend several minutes in the crowd. Again, if you're a fan that thinks that's all fun and it's fun to watch, it just doesn't make for great wrestling. How many tag matches are we getting tonight? Yeah, we got a couple more coming, maybe. Let's go. The righteous and Tatum packs. I know. Listen, Nick's not here, so we don't have to take a drink, but it could be a thing. As here comes O'Reilly. Roddy's back up. So another run in, another brawl. And we got the ankle lock. Okay. How are we feeling about elevating Kyle O'Reilly? Kyle O'Reilly's been relatively ineffective for quite a while. He hasn't done very much in AEW. How do you feel out there that now all of a sudden Kyle O'Reilly's a guy? Now, look, literally, he's getting stomped by Yuta and Garcia, and they're such pussies they can't break it up. OC Roddy chucking the other two, and again, Kyle just staying on that leg. Claudio trying to get to his leader. Again, the Death Rider is completely useless. On the go-home show, I would argue that I would almost like to see the roles reversed. But they get John. John's selling the leg. At least he's selling. Give John credit. It's not his strong suit. Why would Marina put Flanders in the Death Riders? Right. I don't get any of this, lady. I honestly don't. I don't get any of it. Like the who's all together, who they're adding, who they're taking away. John's. Oh, Kyle's got a mic. Okay, he's fired up. Of course. I want no holds barred. We almost got a John Moxley fucking pay-per-view match without a stip. But the go-home show, in typical fashion, here we go. And know what the fucked up part about I want no holds barred? They were just rocking and rolling. And it's about Kyle tapping him out, being a technician. But we got to go no holds barred because old Johnny Moxley can't fight without a stip, folks. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm telling lies. Like, what are we doing? Every Moxley match. I think this is the third or fourth time in 3 or 4 months that Moxley's been standing in the exact same spot in the corner of the arena just after jumping over the guardrail, and somebody has demanded a stipulation from the ring. Tell me we haven't seen that exact moment several times in 2025. Moxley runs away after some type of brawl, and then the baby face who's so mad at the villain, demands to make the match more dangerous. Instead of the crazy psycho villain who, wants to drink your blood and crush your bones and pick your nose, instead of him being the guy that says, let's do this. I want no holds barred so I can, I can have that unfair advantage. No, the idiot babyface demands more. When, if it was up to Kyle O'Reilly, wouldn't you pick somewhere, a submission match, something technical? That's his strong suit. But John Moxley can't go to a pay-per-view unless there's a stipulation, because John Moxley can't fucking wrestle. And John Moxley and Monet back to back. How many times have we seen that on Dynamites this year? You get a Moxley segment, then you get Monet, or vice versa. Their segments always go hand to hand. They are the two biggest anchors in Dynamite. And I promise Tony Khan, if he would take Moxley off his TV, if you take Monet off his TV, the TV would get better. Use better people in those spots. The show gets better. I don't care how much you love them, Tony. John Moxley and Mercedes Monet are an anchor pulling the quality of this program down every week, every pay-per-view. It's self-indulgent. It's all about them. Don't let them fool you. Even in the other moments when they fucking, Kyle O'Reilly tapped him out. Yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens at Full Gear, what the revenge looks like. It's self-serving. It always works out. It's predictable. It's monotonous. And I don't give a fuck how much they bleed. I don't care how much they run around. I don't care how many weapons they use. Been there, done that. I'm over it. Show me a new trick. Jon Moxley doesn't have any new tricks. Every match, no DQ, no holds barred, death match, cage match, death match, no rules. Anybody can help every single fucking time. And they're boring. They're not exciting death matches. They're not exciting hardcore matches. They're not exciting in any way other than, oh my God, he landed on spikes. Yeah, but we went and got the fucking spikes and we set them down and everybody was standing still. And then everybody went, ooh, and then everybody went back to being quiet. No different than the coffin match. Coffin match was garbage. My vote for one of the worst matches of 2025. That coffin match stunk. Slow. Do a move. Do nothing. Do a move. Do nothing. Do a move. Do nothing. It's the same fucking Jon Moxley waste of my time pattern. Not everything in AEW is terrible. Not everything in AEW is bad. Yes, there are some booking concerns that don't add up. Sometimes the continuity is an issue. Yes, we all agree on all that shit. But I guarantee Tony, if he was to remove Monet and Moxley from his television and just ran it for like a 6-month trial, the overall program will get better because they are not on it. Their shit hurts your product. Their shit makes your show more boring. And I know there's simps out there that are going to hate me for shitting on Mercedes. And there's people out there that think Mox is a wrestling king. But they're hurting the show. They really aren't helping. And you go back to back with them all the time. Moxley, same shit, same predictable shit, same exact way it rolls out. I'm going to go to the corner, and then you're going to yell at me, and then I'm going to get all mad, and they're going to pretend to hold me. The fucking same. That all being said, we are back to the action. Kenny and Jurassic Express are in the back talking about this Saturday at Full Gear $1 million extravaganza. Spaz, you're way nicer than me. Who's a brand new star or breakout up and comer in AEW in 2025? Don't worry, I'll wait. I know why you said what you said, how you said what you said, sir. Thank you for the $5 super chat. That's a really hard question to answer. New to 2025 that we didn't see in 2024. Yeah, that's crazy. Kyle Fletcher got nominated for a breakout star last year, I believe, if my memory serves me correct. So he's kind of moved past that moniker. Nobody's like, oh, who's this new guy? Like, who's this? And even some of the new guys where, you'd make an argument like some of the TNA signings, even like an Ace Austin has an opportunity to kind of be a breakout guy here, but they don't do that here. That's a very good point. Very good question. Speaking of good points.
Well, things that we do here, and hopefully I'm not an anchor to this show or anything, but El Grande Americano, breakout wrestler of the year.
Oh, I like it. I like it so much, bro.
It might just be a thing. It might just be happening. It might just work. I mean, and technically he's a separate wrestler, a new wrestler, right?
Right. But that's a good question. Do you have an answer for Spaz as far as like anybody that you can think of that like broke onto the scene in AEW this year that wasn't being like
in AEW?
Oh, in AEW, who's their young and up and comer? Like, holy shit, like Thekla,
Kevin Knight, Thekla, Megan Bayne.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't call Stat because she's been
around for a hot minute though, dude.
Yeah, like I said, Thekla might be, but are you just basing it off of somebody who hasn't been there before? Because I mean, well, crisis, we're getting Alex Windsor coming out right now.
Yeah, I think you look at WWE / NXT and you see like Javon seems to be a guy that's kind of new and up and coming. We talk about Oba's kind of come out of the woodwork. They're
Queen
not
Aminata.
Queen Aminata hasn't really broke out though.
Well, it's
That
more of
might
a
be, yeah,
compliment if
you're
they
right.
break in, let alone break out.
Yeah, like Thekla, Megan Bain, those are people that could be breakout stars, but they haven't broken out. They're not doing, like, they're not taking the world by storm. They're just in the mix with every other fucking wrestler on the roster. We're just all in one big fucking blender.
Well, that's everybody though.
That's the dilemma. Harley is a close one. Harley, oddly enough, Harley Cameron might be the one that wins that. As far as somebody homegrown that broke out in 2025, I think MDB might have it, which might be a sad thing.
Well, I was wondering, I was halfway thinking, was she 2024? I'm trying to remember when the puppet showed up first.
I think the puppet came in 2025. She started getting some notoriety in 2024. I'd say she did kind of break out for them in 2025. But is she going to be a future world champion? I don't know. I don't know that that's what we're looking at. But by the way, we do have a tag match going on right now as part of the tournament. Tony and Mina taking on who are they? Rio
Alex
and
Windsor and Riho. Gail Kim's favorite wrestler, Riho.
Well, there you go. Here we go.
Yes.
Let's see how this looks.
Well, Mina Shirakawa's very much even now themed her attire. She's gone from extrapolating and accentuating to now more Frank Reynolds or Andre the Giant, singlet.
Fair enough, Sarah. But we are rolling on a tag team match. Lots more coming your way, folks. We got lots of time on this clock. I shall return, sir.
Fair enough. As KJ is taking a pause for the.
I hate the new system.
It only works for me instead of you, apparently. But yes, we've got Alex Windsor and Tony Storm right now in the center of the ring here as KJ takes a pause for the cause. And on one hand, so we're just fucking flash dancing here as Aubrey's the official, by the way, because again, I hate that I know so clearly and so obviously who the official is. Yeah, Windsor and Tony Storm would work as a singles match, and I don't get the whole jazz hands shit a little bit, but yeah. And how are you feeling? So, to my knowledge of the women's tag team tournament so far, half of the semifinals is filled out with Sisters of Sin, aka Sky Blue and Julia Hart. I almost wanted to call her Alexa Bliss or something like that. Of basically your terrible triangle versus the Babes of Wrath of Willow and Harley. So we've still got the winners of this match versus the winners of Megan Bain and Marina Shafir versus TJ. Hey, what do you say? How does Windsor and Rio get in the tourney? Because the tourney is just all over the place. Think about this. We're doing a tournament that still has no end date, while we're also setting up a casino gauntlet battle royal, whatever the fuck, for the North American title. We've got titles on titles, and we don't know which one is going to wrap up proper first, what have you. Yeah, now Rio and Tony in the ring. Backbreaker. Triangle of Madness, thank you. Yeah, I got darkness imprisoning me with all of that. Of going back to the whole point of like who's a new talent, new on the scene, fresh on the block, AEW talent that may have taken the world by storm. Tekla coulda, shoulda, woulda, but she feels like she's not even the most prominent person in her faction, let alone in the division. So yeah. Windsor! Yes, you have to say it right. You have to say Alex Windsor. You have to do like 17 hours afterwards. Nobody. Keith Sweat. I don't know if I can do that. Damien, my prediction, Tony Storm, Mino win the whole thing and become tag team champions. Fair enough. I just, honest to God question, and you can even just Y or N. You don't even have to do a full comment. You can thumbs up, thumbs down it if you want to. If you don't even want to fully speak. How are we feeling about the women's tag title tournament? as Rio splash on everybody on the outside, it feels a little bit shoehorned. It feels a little bit forced. It feels like people were mentioning, hey, Tony, didn't you announce the women's tag titles and then didn't do fuck all with them? And even then, he still got lost in the sauce and lost along his way just throughout the tournament. Of now we've got to introduce another title. This doesn't feel like it's had any real build. Of most of your, if you even can say they've had established women's tag teams, aren't featured, aren't, in the finals here. I mean, we know the connection between Mina and Tony, but they haven't wrestled a ton as a tag team, to my recollection. Spaz with a $5 super chat. Sammy Guevara's Timu Dirty Dom Mysterio is a thing. I just read on Twitter. I feel bad for agreeing with and laughing. So I said that earlier. Again, for those who don't know, just Google it, or if you're in the Discord, join the Discord if you're not. I think I put it out there. Right now, we have Sammy Guevara trying to grow in the mustache, facial hair, while wearing all the purple attire, and he's supposed to be, their scumbag, but wait, that's MJF's gimmick. So yeah, he's trying to be Dirty Dom without being Dirty Dom. But it's also, even if he's not, the comparables are always going to be there. As I'm in a commercial break, I know some people are probably in picture. Can you guys believe it's almost Christmas time? I love that you called it Christmas. Don't forget about the present underneath the Christmas tree. I always love that. Yeah. And I feel, being honest, the older I get, the more I'm okay with Christmas time and, Thanksgiving and all of that. Of before it was Halloween or all. Now I'm kind of, I won't decorate or nothing. I got no Christmas tree or anything. But I mean, I'll holly a jolly. I'll throw on, a Die Hard or something like that. Once it hits December is when you officially, boogity boogity boys for back to green flag racing with that. November is, you don't touch that. November is the fall runoff. It is the overrun of Halloween and pumpkin spice season and football and gridiron and everything. But yeah, I went on a fucking tangent. Nick's favorite wrestler, MJF, returns at Full Gear and then cashes in on Hangman at World's End. You had me with half of that. And I know Tony's even said, well, we could expect him soon. It's been a thing. It's been a rumor. But at the same time, I hate that they switched it to, you have to announce the cash in now. Like, imagine if they hadn't done that. You hadn't fucked it up and done the whole trial run, pre-run beforehand. And you could have sat there and had MJF just show up after the cage match and cash in on Hangman and just fuck the rules. And even then, maybe Samoa Joe and the Ops or his fucking heavies, what have you. There would be so much more opportunity and so much of a more way to capitalize on Maxwell than, yeah, I mean, if there's a disappointment of the award of the year, he's going 2 years straight of coulda, shoulda, woulda. You were supposed to be the hottest free agent of 2024 and 2025 and all this. And instead, you've been an afterthought. What's a notable MJF moment this year outside of fucking Happy Gilmore 2? As we're back in action, as now Windsor and Tony Storm again in the ring. Corey, I see you. Chris, Debbie does. Oh, whoa, now. Nick, favorite. Oh, I got that one already. Cabral, Nick, do you think we get a Dom versus Ray match for the AAA Mega title? I think at some point. I know KJ is very much on that bandwagon. I think at some point we're going to get that. It's just a matter of when. Now, is John going to retain in San Diego at Survivor Series? Is he going out 2 losses in a row, or is he going to go out a win and a loss? Oh, Tony just tosses Mina for a 2 count. What Christmas is I always go, I'll have a blue grave. Home Alone is top tier, S tier Christmas movies. Just randomly popped in my head, but I was thinking of, the rock and you guys and gals, y'all people, I say that respectfully, y'all people are going to have me listen to Christmas music now coming off this stream. Good God. And it's not even November 20th out here. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. MJF needs a new gimmick. No, he just needs better booking. What? Oh, Christ, somebody, you can't risk me again with that. I could have sworn that was a 3 count. No, MJF doesn't need a new gimmick. He just needs better booking. He needs better opponents to go against. Of two count from Rio on Amina after she just got dominated and then Tony got knocked off. So I don't know where she fired up from with that. But Windsor and Tony on the outside as Rio's in the ring with Mina. MJF has that issue of it's like almost a top rope nothing, nobody home, spinning back kick, spinning back elbow that misses by a fucking mile, and she falls like it's a goddamn Mortal Kombat game. Figure 4. Is Mina going to tap out Rio? Chest slapping and changing the pressure all the way around. No, to me, it's a bit of it's like Anthony Joshua or anything. Even like a John Jones, when they don't have any sort of competition, they kind of they feel lackluster more because they don't feel pushed, they don't feel challenged. Oh, double headbutt as they both fall and break up. Everybody doing everything. So all 4 women down. Chris, KJ's favorite Christmas movie is the Taco Bell drive-in. Oh, no, you gotta get Chinese food on Christmas Day. No, especially New Year's. 2 count. Michael, Big Nick, do you think Tony Khan? I'm holding my arms like getting Sean Spears out here. Tony Khan does a gauntlet match at World's End, so Mercedes Moné can lose all of her titles matches except the TBS Championship. If he does that, kudos. All the fucking accommodations just will clap the whole match and everything. If there is an actual give back tour, and it is one of those, and to do it on a display like that of fucking goddamn near charity of out there, giving out turkeys to the local community, giving back all these titles. Props to you. Do I think it'll ever happen? You got a better chance hell freezes over than that happens. But maybe at some point we'll get an actual a give back tour, a make good tour, or she'll just vacate them all like I think she probably will. And then you get all these promotions that can build up of who will be the new vacant champion of XYZ. Double hips in the corners. As I see 91 kicking with us, we've been around triple digits, flirting in and out with it most of the night. I think we've been around, we got to 110 and all that. Let's see if we can stay this at a true triple digits as we get a pinfall. So Mina and Tony win this. So the wins are out of these sales. And so tonight, we get Megan Bain and Marina Shafir versus KJ. See, that's something that actually feels like it would qualify later on and everything like that. Like that's a semifinal.
Lots of tag matches here tonight. Oh, the sign of respect from the ladies. So that's interesting. But yeah, Tony and Mina.
Yeah, ain't nobody meaner than Mina.
Not bad, not bad.
Well, how do you even feel about the tournament as a whole, to where we've still got Sky Blue and Christ Almighty, I still keep fucking forgetting her name. The Toxic Triangle there, taking on Willow and Harley Cameron.
I think it got swallowed up by blood and guts in a big way, and the build to it got kind of lost in the shuffle. Now they're refocusing it because they wanted to get to Full Gear. So,
Right.
I mean, they literally have kind of snapped back into tournament mode. I think it was a bit overlooked, a little bit overshadowed by other things, and it felt unnecessarily stretched out. Oh, here we go. Fletcher. Okay. Fletcher looks like he showed up to the wrong company for work.
He's a little Norman Batesy vibe a bit of that. He's just gonna snap at one point and just beat somebody with a fucking dial-up phone.
Right. No, 100%. What the hell was what? Who's a 4-on-4? What 4-on-4 are we getting?
Did I miss that getting advertised? 4 corners match at Full Gear? What?
Oh, will it be a 4 corners? Okay. Okay. So the tournament comes to an end in a 4-way?
At Full.
So they ran out of room, right? Like, because they built for blood and guts. So instead of having a semifinal, all 4 semifinalists are going to be in one match for the title.
But you could just do that at fucking Dynamite. You could just pay off the fucking tournament that you're already cockamamie booked and everything on a fucking Dynamite and everything. Instead of this, you already have the payoff. Think about this. We're going to have a national champion announced and declared before we get a fucking AEW Women's Tag Team Champion.
Well, not if that match goes on first. We're going to get 2 new titles on this show at Full Gear.
But the national title was still announced way later and everything. Like, it got announced like 2 weeks ago.
Right. So on a night that you're trying to make the new women's tag titles feel special, you finish off the tournament with a fatal 4-way, and you do another title on the same night. To me, is not the best of choices. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the Callis family up to no good. Jump in Briscoe.
Oh,
well, why would you not do this in the ring? Fletcher and Briscoe is one of the most exciting matches we're going to get on Full Gear. And this is a backstage segment.
Hedgetera, pull his bandana up just a little bit. Make us actually believe that Mark can see.
Yeah, I think it's Full Gear, Damien. Like, World's End's not till December 27th. It can't go to December. Based on what the chat is saying, they're going to do a fatal 4-way at Full Gear, right?
Still to come tonight, double Jeopardy match. Mascara Dorada versus Kazuchika Okada. And if you need someone to explain what a double Jeopardy match is, don't worry, we got you covered.
Right? We know the rules. They're complicated, but we know them. This is one of the examples of Tony stepping on his own dick with booking, because this is going to kill the energy.
Oh, trust me, we're about 15 minutes away from what I presume will essentially be the main event of the evening, and the rest is going to be a slog and a backslide. Because so what do we still have left advertised for tonight?
I don't know. We've had a bunch of shit pop up tonight that wasn't advertised.
KJ and Megan Bain will probably be the main event, unless we're going to get Double Jeopardy next.
Well, we still have this one.
That's your Collision.
Do you think that's going to be Collision?
That'll probably be 11 o'clock hour.
Okay.
That'll be the closest thing that you could have left, because we've already had Bobby Lashley.
What about this one? Well, this Collision, right?
Oh shit!
Main evented. She wins another title in the main event window. Just said.
So then you slide TJ and Megan Bain and co to Collision.
Maybe.
Which one of those is going to happen next, folks? Let us know.
It's funny how we're going to see how they build this. Your world champion still has a match here tonight at some point.
Do they think that they pulled it off because your world champion is going to end the show, even though it's not going to be a match many people care about?
I mean, nobody cares. And I mean, that's the problem, is you're going to put things in the wrong place. And I think you should build. If you're going to sell us as a 3-hour special, then make it a 3-hour special that flows right to the end. Don't mail it in. Don't mail it in.
Four corners just wins the stipulation advantage in their semifinal match. Are you fucking shitting me?
Okay. All right. My bad. I take some of my criticism away.
No, you add on more. What the fuck are you talking about? Are you kidding me? No, I would have been just fine of just fuck it. That's the end. It would just, it's already gone on too long as it is. Just end it there.
I agree with you. Speaking of stipulations, so when you were on your pause, John Moxley again, we're going to get a no holds barred, no DQ, John Moxley stip match on a pay-per-view. Kyle O'Reilly demanded it. Shocked?
You know what I always wanted to do with what was it? Colin Delaney? Was it that there was the fucking job? Who was it that had the one leg that was a jobber in WWE and everything like that?
Zach Gowen?
Yes. So 100%. I always wanted to challenge that man, have him challenge me to an ass kicking race and everything like that, because that's what that was. So I'm gonna challenge the guy who can only wrestle those matches to the main type of match that he wrestles when he's got a faction and I've got barely a conglomeration. Yo, fucking dun 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 dun. Came a fucking Thrones Tyrion Lannister Pac out here.
Tywin Lannister Pac. Would you believe me? Just over the last couple of days, I finished up rewatching the entire series. So that makes me laugh that you brought it up. That's weird that you would do that, but
it's almost like I know you. I've been watching.
Right.
And it kind of feels like somebody's watching me.
Yeah, Pac getting a pre-tape, setting up his match for Darby Allin, which I mean should be a good match.
Yeah, did Winterfell yet? Have the dragons shown up? Or where along are we in this fucking series? Is winter still coming? I think winter's coming.
Right. Well, I mean, it's the type
John
of
fucking Fox Snow.
Right. I think Uncle Melter might be acting like winter during this match if we get our way.
TK, that's what TK's locker room's called, is Winterfell.
Winterfell. Oh my god. We got to do that up. That is jokes.
I try. Well, I did see Corey, an alleged former national champion, in the chat now.
Yes, Corey.
Yeah, so maybe we can get a national champion's opinion on a new national championship, but it's still the current national championship. It's like if McDonald's made a fucking Whopper. Like, what?
Right. Here comes Joe. What? Why would Shibata not just come out with Joe?
That's to say, where's Shibata?
Where's Shibata?
Get lost along the way?
Right. Trying to find Corey in the chat. Where's my buddy Corey? Do you see
I'll
Corey?
find you, Corey. Well, there's Corey right there. I learned that if I want to be thoroughly entertained on Wednesday, tune in after the 9 o'clock hour. By then, Mox and Mercedes have already been on. Well, we got halfway, right?
It's yeah. But yeah, we're getting Joe on commentary. Shivani is quaking. I'm not in the mood, says Tony.
Oh, you slippery little piggy, taking lines from the commander-in-chief out there. You quiet now, piggy.
I think it's interesting that they give Shibata his own little shindig. Right on.
I thought you were going to say Shivani is getting his own little shindig more than Shibata is getting his own shindig.
No, I just like Joe fucking with Shivani. It makes me happy, actually. It actually warms my heart to watch. I think there's legitimate fear there. Like, Tony's like,
I'm a grown fucking adult. I'm probably Samoa Joe's size, and I'd still be fucking terrified if that man was like, hey, how you doing? Like, why are you nice to me?
Right. Oh, wait a minute. Hangman. Jesus Christ. Babyface Hangman jumps him.
Well, now I got a Hangman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why is the babyface jumping the guardrails and attacking the heel?
This is everyone's gray, so everybody does everything. The crowd doesn't know really what to do with themselves.
I mean, on one hand, cool. At least it's because Shibata showed up and cost him his match with Hobbs, which he didn't. but beat him up afterwards.
Right. So we are on the outside of the ring again. One of our favorite places to be.
Yeah.
The match has not started, so all this illegal shit is okay.
Yeah. Well, technically, so then Joe, kick his ass.
Kick his ass, Joe.
Kick his ass, Seabass. Fuck is you doing?
What are you waiting for? Winners, let's go. Why didn't
It's
Shibata
Logan Paul?
Right? So Shibata didn't come out with Joe, so they could do the jump spot, but they could have still done the jump spot where Hangman jumps Shibata and then kind of does the stare down with Joe and then gets into the ring. You could have done it, but they, all right, the one time Shibata comes out alone, Hangman jumps him. Go figure.
Right. Sorry, I know you were saying a name, but did anyone else just catch that? Like Samoa Joe said fuck all when Hangman jumped Shibata, and the second Shibata just hits one pump kick, all of a sudden, ha 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 ha! Isn't that so? I'm like, did we just jump fucking time here? Like, what happened?
Acknowledge Wendy.
Never. I'll acknowledge Dark State before I acknowledge Wendy Chu, which Wendy Chu's pairing up with Tatum Paxley, and that might be bad news for you.
I saw this today, and I said, now we got a kumbaya. My Wendy, your Tatum, we were coming together. Pause. This all sounded wrong. Moving on.
You got chocolate in my peanut butter. You got peanut butter in my chocolate. What?
Yeehaw!
You say that as this man hits a fucking boot through a chair set up. And I don't know how we heard a bell ring.
He's using a chair, which would be illegal.
Yeah, but has the match started? I don't know if the match has started.
It's so funny because I think once you get to the point where you're just brawling around the ring prior to the match doesn't happen. Imagine two guys getting an outright fucking dust up in the UFC pre-match in the aisleway, and then 5 minutes later they're like, "We are live!" Like, what the fuck?
We're gonna get that 6-man, 8-man match. Like that was halfway almost looking like it was gonna be something at the end of Monday Night Raw, and then NYPD shows up and Brock's throwing people and kendo sticks are used and everything, and then we just ding ding and bell rings and we set up for a match.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree, man. And this is what we said earlier. Like, I kind of went on a little bit of a rant or a diatribe about.
Will you rant Wednesday? Right? Say it ain't so.
Hopped up on that soapbox, but just the idea of like the structure of things matter, and like Tony could do himself so much favor by just cleaning up the messiness of the show. The lack of sensibility, the simplistic side of it. Like, make it a little more complex. Give it layers. Give it depth. Make the refs matter. Make the situations matter. If you're going to brawl outside the ring, then maybe, we're going to hit him with a chair a bunch of times and we don't have a match. But you got to make it make sense.
Restraint. Don't shoot your load in 3 pumps. Don't be a 3-pump chump. That type of shit. Oh, trust me, though. Sorry. When you said hop up on that soapbox, I just pictured you as the Lorax, and I just fucking lost it in my own fucking head there for a minute. So yeah, because I mean, Danny DeVito, you took the beard and instead of the mustache, it kind of works a little bit. The bald head, my guy. Shout out, put it in the chat right now if you want KJ as a Lorax.
As a Lorax, son of a bitch.
Yeah, are you
the pump police?
I know.
You're just like young. You're just excited to be there.
Yeah, but Tony, you're fucking 45, my guy. You're a grown adult male. It's either you can't do that anymore, the game has passed you by, or the game never found you, my guy.
Right? Yeah, I think that's one of the things that does get overlooked for me is a lot of people handle or seem to handle Tony with kid gloves. Like, leave Tony alone. That poor young man. He's older than me.
A nice guy, though. He is a really nice guy. Like, you would want to have him over. Like, yeah, I'm trying to say things nice and not go away with his. Yes.
I'm just saying it gets overlooked. And I said it before. Like, to me, it's the perfect example or comparison. He's Tom Hanks in Big.
It's radio wrestling.
Yeah.
As I love this though from Corey. Besides us, is anyone else watching AEW?
Apparently more than ever, according to Tony. But
well, I don't have the numbers, but
right,
what they're saying, what they're telling me.
Right. We do know there's a pocket of very loyal sickos that don't miss a minute, and that's awesome for the company. They just have to build on that, and they've regressed from that. And but yeah, we know some are snooping around. But
4 lifers over sickos, 100% out there.
Amen.
Right? Yeah. You MDB. You got the knee pad patrol. We got the pump cops. There you go.
The pump police.
Yeah. We're here to pump you up.
And this is why I like Damien in our chat, because the convo's going, and then the how many matches for Full Gear? Nick had the list, but thank you, Damien.
I do have a list. I do have a list and a list.
He's kind of like
we have 10, including 2 pre-shows.
How many?
10, including 2 pre-shows.
Whoa! Hold the.
So 8 total.
Hold the fucking phone. I'm here every fucking minute of every week. What 10 matches have been announced?
So I will run it down for you, 1 through 10, according to Wikipedia. Dave Letterman's top 10 matches at Full Gear. 1, Boom and Doom, Big Boom, AJ, and QT Marshall with Big Justice versus RPG Vice, also known as Roppongi Vice of Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta.
Why?
Don't worry, number 2, Max Caster and Anthony Bowens, not called the Acclaim, but you can acclaim their name, versus the Bang Bang Gang of Austin Gunn and Juice Robinson versus Big Bill and Brian Keith, don't call them the Learning Tree, versus the Outrunners for a $200,000 4-way tag team match.
Okay, never mind. They did all the extra stuff again. What a 200? Why? Why are arbitrary matches getting fucking money? Someone tell me what it is.
Because they don't earn a solid payday, as we've got a payday of Hangman and Shibata still in the ring, but then we got Cat Rainer versus Monet for the women's title.
Yes.
Hangman versus Joe in a steel cage for the men's title. Have to differentiate between men's and women's world championships. So says Hangman. Brodito versus FTR for the tag titles. We have to clarify men's tag titles.
That's going to be good.
The $1 million match that we've talked about already. The Casino Gauntlet match for the national championship. Kyle Fletcher versus Mark Briscoe for the TNT title, no DQ. Darby versus Pac. And then the Babes of Wrath versus the Sisters of Sin versus Timeless Love Bombs versus TBD for later tonight in a fatal 4 corners match. The winning team chooses a stipulation for their semifinal match of the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Championship Tournament. And I'm out of breath.
Thank you for that. That was phenomenal. Yeah. Everybody give Nick a round of applause. That was outstanding running through that 10. Listen, it's funny because you named off matches. I'm aware they're booking. No idea. Like, it never felt cohesive. Like 10 cent, like when I thought 4, 10. That last one. So they're doing a singles fatal 4-way at Full Gear for a later match, or a like a tag team. Are they doing like a tag team fatal 4-way?
They're doing
a tag team fatal 4-way for a stip
for money. Oh, for the women's, there is a fatal 4-way for a stip later to be determined.
That's a low blow. Is that not a DQ?
Yeah, right in front of the fucking referee. Literally just looked at him and said, "Hey, you can't do that." No shit, we all know it.
The ref literally went, "You kicked him in the nuts," and he went, "No."
It's like, so what's it like watching a fucking football game and seeing the ref go do this shit, and then I guess I don't know what happened.
That's remarkable. Like, they realized Dusty had to just no, sold the German.
Gunther? Walter?
Low blow. Now this time they distract the ref for the low blow. He just kicked him in the nuts right in front of the ref, and then 2 seconds later, distract the ref. See, we love this show, but like you are stepping on your own hog.
Don't have a hog big enough to step on.
This is weird.
Oh, my
what is
fucking-
happening? Why are they rolling around like that?
I apologize that anyone
We're the
just had to
best
watch my
wrestlers? Come
fucking
on.
face that saw that. But yeah, no. Of just Jesus tap dancing Christ. You got away with the fucking first PI and then you turn around and do it again in front of him. It's like you got away with the first slashing. Why'd you do it again?
Right? It's so funny. What's amazing is people will actually pay money to watch AEW pay-per-views. I did see Tony was like, no, I don't know if he'll ever just do what
Feng shui.
yeah, so hey, great shows. Have you heard? We've had the same price forever. Like, wait, okay, we know. You know,
Yeah, that's around when he started mentioning the streaming numbers and comparing it to the NFL with fucking AEW on Max.
right.
What?
Oh, the buckshot. This was such a clunky dunky match. The crowd got lit for the finish, though.
You almost said the right word there. It was donkey. This is a donkey of the day ass match.
Yeah, if this match was a cartoon character, it'd be having waffles for breakfast in the morning.
And we question about a dragon.
Right? This is weird. It's weird, man. How is a nut shot not a DQ? Yeah, Dust like Goldust used to have to distract the referee.
It's even one thing if
Like
you're gonna
Marlena.
halfway at least get us to believe the ref didn't fucking see
He
it. For
said it.
some
He
reason.
pointed at it.
He sat there and acknowledged it.
So I'm gone off the air. I was like, are we done?
Well, I switched. Oh, fuck you. I got half a second for a minute, and now I got to find my shit again. So
I don't know where
find me and find you on Collision.
Our buddy Spaz might have been onto something. I don't know where.
Oh, you're
find
off? You're out?
They kicked me out. We got Sports Center.
Oh,
no sells the suplex, not at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching at home, you can let us know if you're still watching. Dynamite has come to an end. Collision has started, but they are two separate entities. And again, not advertised very well, because when you say 3-hour special, you figure strap in and strap on in the same place you strapped in the beginning, that you'll strap all the way to the end. Pause.
Yeah, plausible deniability. But plausible deniability, but it's still one of those. It's like with the pre-shows now with the tailgate hours. If you watch it on the YouTube, you get one thing. If you watch it on TNT, you get the actual pre-show.
Mm-hmm.
I've got Hangman cutting a promo right now to Samoa and Joseph.
Okay, so we're opening. Okay, Nick, are you crying?
I wish I fucking was at this point. I think I'm just crying on the inside.
Right. That was for you too.
Nick, we got Oba versus Gunther. Who do you think goes over? If I'm booking it, Oba. Depends on how WWE wants to book it.
Mm-hmm.
Arms elite as a KJ goes to find avenues to do things not nefarious with. Do you think WWE intentionally made Rhodes, Punk, Jade, Blake champions? It can't be ironic or iconic. Every AEW wrestler who goes to WWE becomes a champion. What could be the reason? I think it's because they're talented and they go to a fucking proper organization. But also, even then, why are we mad at it when Tony's acknowledging it and giving himself a pat on the back for it? That's the thing that gets weird to me. If you have people that are fucking upset about this, not saying you are, but you get people that'll fucking pitchforks and arms about it. When even Tony was like, hey, look at what I built and what's over there. Tony has those moments where you really like him and really has sense. And it's just when you get, the rest of the IWC around him and everything like that, or you get the vocal minority that just speaks really loud, that some of those messages get really lost in transmission. Did we ever see Oba versus Breaker in NXT? Anyone know? Not to my knowledge. I think those were two ships that passed each other in the night and everything, to where you had Braun was coming out of the 2.0 era as Oba was coming in. Because Oba, remember, was an NIL dude. He was pre-LFG. Byron, Nick, in all seriousness, do you like Roxanne Perez? Who doesn't? Who doesn't? I think the only person right now who doesn't like Roxanne Perez is Liv Morgan. And I don't know, maybe Nikki Bella or something. I don't know. Oba never faced Braun or Ilya or John Cena. Just saying. We can see him. Oh my God, I forgot 3 hours of this. Don't worry, I feel like they did too. And again, this is my issue we cut clearly. So this is now distinct AEW Collision now, folks, as we've got FTR and Bivens backstage. But I'm going to say this. As someone who watches AEW through HBO Max, because I could watch it on their browser, I could watch it on YouTube TV. HBO Max seems to be normally the closest option to what KJ has to sync up and everything. Being honest, full transparency. I hate so much that the fact that I'll get commercials on HBO Max when I know every other platform is getting picture-in-picture. Like during Blood and Guts, everybody else got picture-in-picture. I'd cut in the middle of getting sky blue bleeding with a fucking barbed wire baseball bat to commercial. Terrible. Why? Why is that happening? Why is that happening to the person who's very clearly paying for it and is supposed to be your new audience you're trying to bring in? Like even tonight, AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, 3-hour special should be paired as one thing. Just run it as one entity. It's one block of time. Why are you splitting it up? People's DVRs are fucking up. I'm watching again. I'm watching on HBO Max, and I have to turn around and cut to a different stream on the same platform from their home. Like, this is their preferred way. If you're going to stream AEW, that you watch it. And it's honestly the worst option to watch AEW if you're going to stream and watch it alone. Again, very clearly not sponsored. But yeah. Tony, fix your shit. Got that one. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk of bitching about HBO Max. But FTR fell way down the chart. Oh, trust me, go back to when we were talking about when KJ sat there and had a whole message directly directed at Dax. And Dax even responded and was like, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying. So, yeah. They are very much slid down the totem pole a bit. Here comes Megan and Marina. They actually seem like a badass pairing as a fucking tag team. It's like if you put picture Beth Phoenix and Shayna Baszler as a tag team. That's kind of what it feels like. If they just look like they'd kind of fuck some shit up. So honestly, I don't mind them being a tag team going forward. And by the way, Marina Shafir should be the true lineal leader of the Death Riders because she's the only one who won her fucking Blood and Guts match and was almost arguably an MVP of that. After they fired Tully, they fired Tully for sure. Say yeah. Why do I feel like I'm gonna get scammed into something else? Do the hokey pokey. The Amazon Megasis out here looking like a Pegasus. Here come, you got that one. Dax is cutting a promo. He might be at this point as I got TJ coming out. See, TJ is the only ones that actually feel like an established tag team right now in AEW. They feel like a tag team. And I'm really hard pressed. I mean, Ruby wasn't. Well, you had Ruby, Tony, and Paige. That was a fucking while ago. Yeah, there's no true core day one kind of women's tag teams outside of TJ. Do they win this? Well, they got the wagons to back it up here. They've got a solid or a heavy backing, I'll put it that way. It should have been Megan and Camille. That's not a bad show. Camille is MIA 100. Imagine that as a fucking trio, or even just right there of Megan Bain and Camille, fucking Twin Towers. Too soon. But those two as a pairing dominates people. But yeah, just can't make shit work. Can't have nice things in pro wrestling, it seems. Every time we start to get something nice, it goes away. Z-Man, I tried to rewatch last Saturday's Collision on HBO Max after missing the first run. I had a hard time finding the episode, first of all. And then when I found it, it still had the commercials. Hard to watch. I'll try. I have to every week have to add Dynamite and everything AEW to my list on HBO Max. If anyone knows, when you add your list, your playlist and everything. But yeah, again, and it would be one thing if it wasn't like imagine Netflix being this difficult to watch WWE on. You'd have an issue. Peacock wasn't even this bad. This is the primary way they want you to watch it outside of having cable. So why is it the worst way? I swear, and Jay gets sticker every single time. Shh, don't talk about it. Don't talk about it, and it'll stop happening. Just appreciate what is laid before us and accept it and embrace it. Dean Ambrose. Ooh. What is Zack Ryder for 100, Alex? I feel like it might be that kind of thing. You're telling me if John ever went back, he wouldn't be a Dean? Oh, we're trying to do the double off the barricade spot, but Anna Jay missed. Well, fell out. Now we do I said words. You understood what I meant. I said things. Anna slipped. Anna Jay is so great. So great. There. So the main event of tonight is Mercedes Moné. Hey, what do you say? You know what? I'll give him a half a point for that. I'll give him a little dabble, do you? For that of, hey, Tony, it's not like you threw Bobby Lashley versus Ricochet as the main event. You didn't do Speedball versus Shelton as the main event. I'll give you that. You're going to give me Moné, and you're going to have that big moment to where she's 14-time champion and everything like that. I still kind of feel like Millhouse's dad there of, I don't know how I really feel about Moné having more than 13 championships, but that'll be your main event, and you'll do the big celebration, the big pyro, the big send-off. If they do it right, you end with Statlander coming out and attacking and beating the shit out of Moné. But then again, thus the laws of wrestling, he or she who goes over on the go home show goes under on the pay-per-view. So might be a little too foretelling. As I'm in commercial break right now, as I will remind everybody, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. As we've hit that casino jackpot on the slot machine. That's what I was trying to say. But yes, we've got that 777s out there on subscribers right now. We managed to hit 7.77K out here tonight live on stream. So 100% appreciate everybody who's a subscriber, who's a member, who's a friend, be a friend, tell a friend, all of that. But absolutely, let's keep this party rolling. Let's see if we can get to 8K, 10K, and again, 10K, me and KJ get tattoos. If his Wi-Fi works. But yeah, let's see if we can get to 8K, 10K, and again, appreciate everybody. It was really cool to see on my pause of, we kind of hit that, WrestleMania 42 Vegas slot there of 777. Team Megan Bain for the win. Do they ever run back Mercedes versus Athena? No, because they even ran it as a tag team and had Athena still lose then. We all know it and we all see it and we're all mad about it. But Athena will forever be put in this position right now to where she is beneath Mercedes Moné. On that pecking order, there is Mercedes Moné, and I don't even know if there's a Tony Storm's above her, anything. Like, There is Mercedes Moné, and then there's the rest of the roster, I feel. Is that how they want us to feel? We'll see. It will. I think that is an intent, but if it snafus them, we'll see. Alexis, KJ, why is Collision so boring? Because it's not colliding, I guess. Of Collision again, to me, hasn't worked, has been very much an afterthought. Anyone who's been here for a minute has known through whether it be of other things happening at the time, through it be just the chaos and everything of so much going on in pro wrestling that it has very much easily become kind of the afterthought just from us covering it, from the wrestling world talking about it, from AEW promoting it, all of that, from it's being out of different times. It's on Thursdays, it's paired up with Wednesdays, it's here, it's there, it's never there. I think Collision is the next AEW property to go the way of the dodo bird, to go, Collision, we hardly knew you. Of Tony all but said it pretty much got born because to try and appease CM Punk, and I don't know if they ever fully built a solid infrastructure to maintain it. So we'll see, because it seems like it's been in the worst time slot for them, as Tay and Megan Bain in the ring right now. Athena's Mercedes Lecky. No, not quite. Actually, not at all. Do you think Ambrose might sometime return? Maybe. I don't know. No, it'd be quite some time, if anything. Speaking of some time, I kid.
No, I literally just all my shit shut down. It's proof that we're live, folks.
Fair enough. I like this though from Dazer. Monet equals Veroka Salt. I want the whole works.
All of it, every bit of it, 100%.
Absolutely, I want to see the fan out of that. And again, that seems like that's been a thing we've kind of talked about a few times. So yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's been an ongoing discussion with Mercedes. So,
right,
because you had like 4 to 6 solid week period where it was actually good. Yeah, when it first started and they were doing like the old school, like the people that were going to be on the show cut like the 30-second promos, and then they jumped into the action. I thought it was good. I thought the Punk stuff was good. FTR was really good in the beginning. I thought there was a really kind of different vibe going on Collision, and then it just poof. Vamoose, son of a bitch.
Well, and like I said, if I feel when it's moved to Thursdays, it's moved to paired with Dynamite so much. It's so gets time adjusted because of hockey, because of basketball and everything. It's in the worst slot for this network. If it was a Friday, if it was a Sunday, if it was a fucking Thursday, it might work better. But on a Saturday at 8 o'clock seems to be the worst time for that show to run, but they want to keep running it.
Yeah, it's been a battle. It's been a grind. We knew when they first announced that that's when it was going to be, that Punk had an uphill battle, but he tried to look at the positive of the time slot of like, yeah, but live tickets might be better than Wednesday shows. So we have that hope.
Right. Tag into Marina. So while you're on your pause, sir, Anna Jay and Tay Mello, they have a nice, solid, large backing behind them in one way or another. Of that, they're also kind of the only established, women's tag team in this whole thing. So you kind of are pulling for them.
Yeah, and even
not Megan Bain, and they just called it.
Why did they call it?
So Anna Jay just blackout, no tap out. I was about to say how Megan Bain and Marina Shafir seem like badasses and everything. Someone mentioned maybe you could have put Megan Bain with Camille. I said it's like if you put, Beth Phoenix with Shayna Baszler. It's kind of just they're built to be badasses. Let them be badasses.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately they they should be amazing. They should be outstanding. There's a good combination there. Like you said, I mean, Ed and TJ are kind of established as a tag team. They're more established as friends. But, you know, I guess that's what this tournament's about, is trying to establish some teams. But you got to book it. You got to book it. You got to book it strong.
Yeah, well, again,
Submission
we talked about
felt
now
bad.
at Full Gear, they've got the Four Corners match. Anna Jay has the largest backing.
Right.
Again, she had Dome Psycho truck.
True. I like it.
When you see what we do. Anyone think that it's painful for Toni Storm to talk like that?
No, I mean, again, it's her, right? It's kind of her shtick.
Well, I know, but still, imagine talking, like cutting for 10 minutes of like, when you see what we do, Marina Shafir, Megan Bain, like already, I just said like 5 words and my voice is already kind of crackling.
You're like, this is not natural.
Yeah, it feels awkward.
But no, I definitely
Why
see
is Marina Shafir such a badass when AW doesn't book her?
You ask that, so you know, that question all the time. Like, why is it the way it is?
Yo, so DraftKings is giving a chance for you sickos. I mean, I'm part of Bill's Mafia and everything. Yeah, they said this on this DraftKings ad of Husky not so Harris there. It may not be me just because couldn't be me. Would I want to be called a sicko? I know I'm part of Bill's Mafia.
You know that there's fans out there that wear that like a badge of, badge of pride.
That's what I'm wondering of. Like, I want to know.
Badge of honor.
I mean, again, some people look at the Bill's Mafia like we're a bunch of whack jobs that put each other through tables and everything like that. So, are we the NFL sickos? Like, I want to know what that comparable. Like, do you embrace being called a sicko?
Is that like a cheesehead?
A little bit, yeah. Well, what is a Toronto? You don't have anything. Blue Jays, Maple Leafs.
No, we're reasonable sports fans.
Sensible talking from that man.
Right? Like, come on now.
You're not a Leafer? You're not a Leafer for lifer?
There was a beliefer is kind of a thing.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry all day long.
All right.
That's Raptors. Yeah, Raptors don't really have a thing. Like, We the North was one of the biggest North American marketing campaigns. They actually teach that in school. It was such a successful marketing campaign. So We the North would probably be our biggest kind of,
Drake really did the most for y'all until fucking Kendrick showed up, huh?
He's still swinging. Because we know how it went down. Us up in the North know how it went down. Jon Snow.
Hey, Drake, I heard you like him, yeah.
They thought they killed Jon Snow too. He came back, so we're good.
So I'll take being a White Walker, my guy.
I am a White Walker.
You are literally and figuratively a White Walker, and I might White Walker my way out of here for a minute.
Yeah.
If you have this, what's reasonable about Canada? They're polite. They have universal health care. There's a lot of advantages.
We got some issues. We're working on them. As I am getting a Statlander package. I'm not sure where my stream lies with everyone else's.
I'm in a commercial, and I'm going to White Walker my way for a minute.
All right. We'll see Nick in a moment. We are on a pause for the cause as we're rolling through all the excitement, folks. Again, I don't know how much Nick covered. I did have my system kind of crash on me. But thankfully, I'm back up and running. How did you feel about Dynamite tonight? Did anyone give an official rating? Did I miss the ratings? How did we feel? Are we waiting until the end? Because to me, this classifies as Collision, right? It's not the same show. Like here in Canada, like Spaz pointed out, the coverage cut off right at the hour and we were done. They jumped into Sports Center and now you're scrambling to figure out where the show is. 4.5 out of 10, 6-1, 7-0. Commercial for me, I'm on a commercial now, so maybe slightly behind. They all known as Mother Canuckers. Let's go. No, we don't use the term Canuck very often. 8 out of 10 coconuts. Let's go. Did you see Ariel? Yeah, Benny, I thought it was funny. I thought, from a professional standpoint, I understand the situation. And it was nice to see that they could kind of bury some of their pettiness. We know they had a back and forth. They really didn't like each other. They had an interview that didn't go well that Ariel still put out, and it was controversial that way. And then Tony was taking shots at him for being in Montreal and all the fun stuff, all the good stuff. It was a really good interview overall. It was a little too fluffy, but I think Ariel understood who he was dealing with. But I would have liked to see him still. I feel like Tony does a good job, but very politician-esque of kind of ducking and dodging some of like the real questions. Like, all right, let's talk about the ticket sales. How do you feel about them? How do you feel about your strategy? Are you hoping to get back to an area where, you're selling out bigger venues again? How do you feel about that? What are what are some of the things you're trying to change? How do you feel about some of the fan reactions to your decisions? Just kind of dig into them a little stronger, but ultimately it was a good job. So we talked a lot about it, and it seems like a little more mature from Tony Khan as of late. Thank you for the $5, Misfit. I swear if we go to Full Gear and Mox loses and is not followed by a Death Riders beatdown of John Mox, I'm done. I believe that John Moxley, maybe I should save this for tomorrow, Misfit, but I kind of feel like Moxley's going to get his comeback. He's going to get his win, and the Death Riders roll on. I think Tony Khan is a huge, huge fan of John Moxley. He loves him, thinks he's doing wonderful shit. I believe that John Moxley has been an absolute anchor to this company. I think he hurts the shows. I think there was a few pay-per-views this year that John Moxley's main event was the worst part of the show. So it's something he's got to figure out for sure. This whole night has felt like a collision tonight, and it's felt much slower. Like people talk about, WWE and Raw and, the ads, and it's a slow program. And I think Monday was unbelievable with how much they gave us. Tuesday last night was fun. Again, not like an exceptional show, not a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. It wasn't epic, but it was a really solid wrestling show. Tonight feels a little bit slower than those, and you guys can let me know if you disagree. That's a 5, not an 8. Okay, thank you, Anthony. My bad. Do we get more matches announced for Full Gear on Collision? I kind of hope not. What are we at? Nick said we're at 10. That's good. 2 pre-show ones. I feel like they're undercapitalizing on Boom Boom. I'm just going to throw that out there, folks. They put them on these pay-per-views in the mid, and I didn't even hear much about it this time. I think this is a guy that could help market them and help put them in front of people. I don't know if they're doing enough with him, which sounds crazy. But I do have Juice and the Bang Bang Gang, one half of the Ass Boys. Juice coming unglued in his promo. 6 out of 10, 7.8 out of 10. KJ, do you like the Prodigy? Yeah, once upon a time. I mean, they did have a couple songs that maybe won't play well nowadays, but yeah, they had their time and place. This was not a 7 out of 10. I'm kind of more it wasn't awful. I wasn't, completely bothered by it. But I thought it was pretty okay. 6. It wasn't as good as Monday or Tuesday. This is a 7 out of 10. AEW treats tailgate brawls like Title Tuesday. Yeah, again, we have a weird why would you counter program yourself? Why do you have a pre-show and a tailgate going on at the same time? Makes little to no sense for me. I wonder what prompted that question. I need to know. 3 hour SmackDown is better than this shite. I don't want a 3 hour SmackDown either, though. I really don't, MTB, and I know some fans might feel different than I do. I honestly feel like it's too long, it's too much. It's you already feel a little oversaturated at times. A 3-hour SmackDown where a lot of people feel like SmackDown's been a weak link. I don't know if that helps. I don't know. Let me guess. Briscoe costs Okada, and we get Okada and Dorado at Full Gear. Why would we get Okada Dorado? We have been building Okada and Takeshita on and off for weeks. How is that not officially the thing? How is that not what we're doing right now? I'm so baffled by this. And I said this before, and I'll say it again. I think one of Tony's biggest struggles as a booker is a lot of things get started and don't get a payoff or don't get a good payoff. Half a cheek. Just half a cheek. Okada for the win. He meant Roxanne the Prodigy. That's amazing. That makes me so happy. Thank you, Anthony. I see Byron. I love her. I think she's great. Young. She was a Ring of Honor Women's Champion. I liked her then. I followed her career. She puts on good matches. I think she's going to have a really good rivalry with Liv Morgan when Liv Morgan returns. But yeah, that's the funniest shit of the night. That's how you know we're almost 3 hours in on a Wednesday night here, and the clouds are a puffin, and the show is feeling good. Yeah, that's funny as shit. On the fire starter. You're like, no, man. No show. I agree. And I do believe the 3-hour shows make it harder to make the PLEs and the PPVs feel special. I think it's harder for the booker to make those shows feel like they stand out. I really do. The second hour will belong to Carmelo Hayes. Well, fingers crossed. The 3-hour SmackDown is only for 6 months in 2026. So, out of curiosity, Josh, because I had not seen the 6-month part, is there a reasoning to do it for 6 months? Don't do it at all. I mean, again, is it just empty real estate? So they agreed to slide into it. Pause. Takeshita not even here tonight. So yeah, is it not a little confusing? This whole Okada Takeshita thing. They had a summit. Either flipping each other off. They're being held back. And he might fight Dorado at the pay-per-view. Why is this even a potential match? This is kind of fun. Okada's moving more than usual, though it's a little bit of a slower pace. Also, adding a 3-hour SmackDown is not the problem with SmackDown. Yeah, 100%. I mean, again, I think that you have creative decisions happening on SmackDown that just kind of seem lackluster. I think we got to spice things up on SmackDown. You got to get more. The U.S. title thing has been really good. The tag team stuff went cold. You have really good tag teams on that show. You need to book it, and you got to give them time, and you got to make them feel good because they will deliver. Tiffany got a little flat. I think Cody. I know I defend it, and I say the in-house crowd love Cody, but is it a little lackluster? So going to 3 hours, you better have a plan to make it worth 3 hours on a Friday night. Okada versus Takeshita, they're probably not. What's up, Nikki?
Fair enough. I was going to say, making things entertaining for 3 hours on a Friday night.
Right.
So Wednesday, but I have to.
And he charges by the hour, folks.
Yeah, 50 cents a minute. It's like fucking one of those collect numbers, but
right.
Yeah, does anyone even remember those? But Jesus Christ. I want to answer and clarify some things while I was on a pause.
That was the best.
Well, no, I already know that. That was already. I'm glad you caught that because I got asked the same question. I was like, no, when you dropped Prodigy, and I was just thinking, smack my bitch.
I was like, yeah, I think there's a fuck. I don't know if all their songs get radio play in 2025.
Yeah, but so no 3-hour wrestling show weekly has ever worked. From Monday Night Raw to even this tonight to SmackDown, none of it's worked ever. Second of all, The only sources we've seen as to even SmackDown going back to 3 hours is the initial source was WrestleVotes, to my knowledge, was saying that SmackDown is going to go back to 3 hours. Then Brian Alvarez, good old Tuna Meltzer's sidekick, his Robin to his Batman, struggled to even say that, said that they're going to do a trial period of 3 hours and then revert back to 2 hours. So again, no one from any company involved has said fuck all about this. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't understand the premise behind doing it for 6 months. If you're going to do it, do it. And
I just say don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, in perfect world, Dorado carrying the match for sure.
2 hours isn't working, so why do an extra hour? And also, with Misfits comment, the super chat about Moxley and everything, I don't think they know what the fucking end game of this is, because it should have ended fucking almost a year ago at this point. 2024 has been sandbagged by the Death Riders. People say WWE's been sandbagged by the Cena retirement tour. The Death Riders have sandbagged the shit out of AEW.
But the problem is the booker doesn't believe that. If you sat in a room right now with Tony Khan and said, listen, Tony, the Moxley stuff sucks, he'd tell you how wrong you were.
Yeah,
that's the problem, Nick.
Have some huevos. You have no mamos.
The huevos?
Yeah, but still, why though? That's the thing, is what gave me hope when he was in that interview with Ariel, and he's like, there's some stuff that I don't agree with. I've learned from my mistakes. I know not to do that again. But it's like, bro, really? Because I can run back the files. I don't agree with what CM Punk's account of that evidence was. You aired the footage.
That was the funniest shit.
That happened that literally minute by minute, frame by frame, broke it down, and he said the exact shit that happened.
Yeah, it was funny because I know I tweeted it out today of the like the kind of the voiceover to the video, and it was like, not only was it accurate, his cadence of telling the story almost played out perfectly on the camera. Like it was like right on point. And again, well, you know, we didn't agree with some of the things. What? Like, we watched it back. It just clarified.
Now, granted, he's not gonna be one of us that's gonna be like, yeah, my company fucking sucks. I can't look through the shit and everything. He's gotta go on the sword. He's gotta fall on it a bit.
To an extent, and I think we respect him more when he's being honest. And I think,
which he was for part, and then he went back to show mode.
But I think
what annoyed me.
Yeah, I think that's where some of the fans out there, some of the people that are in the wrestling business, kind of scratch their head, because we'll say something like, well, we aired the footage because, you know, we wanted to prove what he said was inaccurate. And I'm paraphrasing here. But it didn't do that. Like, it's really delusional. Like, and we all see it. Like, if you're a regular person that kind of has your head slightly screwed on a little bit, and I think a lot of us here kind of do, we all saw it as like, okay, that's on point. He put him in a headlock, told Tony he fucking quits. What did he lie about? What was not accurate? What part of that story did you not agree with?
Normally, it's got my head scratching like this. This got me doing this shit. But the whole thing with me that lost me and I know we've got Dorada versus Okada. Who gives Omoplata, I don't know, double jeopardy. I'm gonna talk about this other jeopardy of, you aired the fucking footage, like, and did it, and you admitted you did it to get a pop in ratings, and it drew a big number and everything. You didn't give a fuck about beyond that, because that did more harm and disservice to your company. If you never shared it, it stays a myth. It stays whispers. It stays secret. The second you aired it, now everyone knows in real time what happened.
Yeah, and it kind of made,
that's your narrative that you put out there. So it's not like someone else leaked it. You put it out there.
Yeah, you set yourself up, but you believed, and I guess the people around him believed, yeah, we should air this. It will prove that he lied. And that's baffling. What the fuck are we doing? That is crazy. Right? Nobody in the room was like, hey, guys, let it go. Nobody, not one.
No, because there was no one in the room when they were fighting that said, "Hey guys, let it go."
Right.
So yeah, come see, come saw.
Yeah, it's an interesting choice, but is Dorado back in out of Okada? I mean, there's been an okay match. We've got more out of Okada than I expected.
We've talked more about the fucking footage from 2 years ago, if not more than that, than we have about this whole match, which, by the way, again, for anyone that doesn't know what a double Jeopardy match is, because most of you probably don't.
Oh, yeah, I had it up. My bad. I didn't mean to click that.
No, you're fine. I'll explain it. If Mascara Dorado, formerly known as Lindsay Dorado, wins this match, then he gets a shot at Okada's undisputed title. But if Okada wins this, the Callis family, not even Okada, gets a shot at the CMLL Trios Championships.
Would you like butter on that, sir?
Butter, Nick. Yeah, that's what we're looking at and it's why is it Dorado? Why is this happening? What happened to Takeshita?
But Dorado, though, was the best component of that match with Okada and Takeshita, with Dorado as the third man.
Well, if we were doing Takeshita against Dorado, it would be a little bit better. But what happened? Are we putting this on pause? Like, he's beefing with Takeshita for months, for weeks.
I have a scary thought that just slid into my brain that I hope isn't happening. It's because they're going to put Okada over Takeshita, but Okada is your New Japan World Heavyweight Champion right now, and you're not going to have him lose right before. Hopefully, you don't have him lose at Wrestle Kingdom 20 when he takes on Yota Tsuji. So that's the thing is, I think they're avoiding it because they're going to have Okada go over to Takeshita, and Takeshita can't lose right now. I'm not saying I agree with it.
No, I know. Oh, Dorado with a 450. Those. This match is super competitive. It's crazy.
Right.
Like, Dorado's a relatively unknown guy here. Like, he's all right.
Well, I got a Rainmaker. 1, 2, and Bob's your uncle.
Yeah, you might. I think you're going to be ahead of me, but I'm not going to fuck.
No, trust me. Let it ride. We got Monet left, so you can have that. That ain't what I'm mad at.
I'm shocked that they saved Monet all the way to the end. Is it because?
What is that a benefit to them? Is that one of those of, hey, you could have had Ricochet versus Bobby Lashley here. You could have had Shelton Benjamin versus Speedball here. This is at least we're going to put something notable on the back end.
Yeah, I think, and I mean, Okada, Dorado, I guess some people might be into this. There's way too many, like, there's not enough one-on-one matches without some type of stip, money. Both men down in a heap.
Right.
That didn't look, am I wrong? That looked a fucking awful?
No. But I'm agreeing with Misfit. Well, half a sense of Yota Tsuji should be beating Takeshita, not Okada. Well, he'll be taking on Takeshita. My worry is that they're going to have why we're not getting Takeshita versus Okada now is because Takeshita is going to lose to Okada, which shouldn't happen.
That can't happen.
So then you're not going to have your IWGP champion. You're not going to have a partnership with New Japan and have their champion lose right before their WrestleMania match type of thing.
That's a fair argument. Oh, as Cal's got a mic again. Yeah, and I mean, I don't. This is where Tony gets himself in pickles at times. Is I really don't care what's happening with your wrestlers outside of wrestling. If you're gonna put Darby in an angle, do it when he's not about to go climb a mountain. If you're gonna put Mina in an angle, do it before she has to go back to Japan and do a bunch of dates and is gone for a month. If you're gonna book these guys, book them when you can use them. And make it make sense. Like Takeshita Okada's been building and building. We had to have a summit where they're flipping each other off and they're trying to beat each other up. Like, what are we doing? We're going into Full Gear, and Takeshita just dusted Dorado. So I guess Cal's family gets a shot at the tag titles.
Yeah, well, the trios belts. Can I soapbox for a minute? I feel like that little kid. Like, can I say a bad word? I want to say a bad word. Can I say a bad word? Tony Khan. Konosuke Takeshita has been a blue chip talent that has fallen into your fucking lap.
Yes.
You didn't have to sign it. Well, you did have to sign him a bit, but it didn't cost you nothing like a Will Ospreay, Kazuchika Okada. Christ, he's not even an EVP or anything like Kenny Omega. He is your blue chip to blue chip prospect. He is your Braun Breaker. Why you refuse to use him or book him in any sort of fucking way that heights him up, that shows that in a prominent light and everything. He's the guy right now if Kazuchika Okada, Takeshita, was taking on Hangman Adam Page for the world title, right, you would believe that Hangman could lose because he is that blue chip of a blue chip prospect.
Yep.
He is your guy that should be your new flag bearer with Ospreay out, with Swerve out, with Darby and Mox just fucking bleeding into oblivion.
Nick, don't you feel like he had a breakout year like 2 years ago, and we're still waiting for the rocket to launch?
It's the same case I made for MJF, and honestly, I hate that it feels like the MJF ship has fucking sailed a little bit with this now. So I'm saying, hear me out. Don't let Takeshita's fucking ship sail here with this. Capitalize on what you have, Tony.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sisters of sin. I agree with a lot of what you said there. I mean, you make a lot of sense, and we do see it kind of paralleled in other booking and other athletes. Like, here's a guy that you could push to the moon, but it's like Tony Khan is trying to like move everybody up the board together. Like, he doesn't want anyone to feel above anyone else. So it's just this solid 50-50 booking.
As a Buffalo Bills fan,
Buffalo Bills.
The Buffalo Bills, it puts the Takeshita on the show or else against the hose again. It's one of those that everybody eats philosophy. Hate to tell you, doesn't fucking work. It's a really nice idea and concept, but at the end of the day, you need to rely on stars because stars make star plays. Stars differentiate you from average teams and everything. And Tony, you have a star sitting there waiting in the holster.
Yeah.
And you refuse to back that thing out, my guy.
Well, that's it. And I mean, again, if you have superstars that you use to sell your brand, it elevates everybody, but you need levels. You need a merit system. You need a pyramid. You need a hierarchy to make it matter, to make it exciting. The problem I find with AEW is there's a lot of matches that I'm like, this doesn't matter. Because everybody feel like, we're getting Kyle O'Reilly against Mox. O'Reilly doesn't feel like a superstar, right? Roddy's been involved. He doesn't feel like a superstar. Like, you have this talent and none of them feel, well, look what we got Monday. And I'm not saying that AEW should have guys like that at this juncture, but look at it, right? Fucking Cody here, Punk there, Brock, Roman. Who are the guys, like, who are the key guys you would put on your AEW poster that really elevate this brand as a superstar of the company? Ospreay, Swerve, you mentioned that. Tony,
MJF.
MJF could be. Can I bring up something that's been eating at me about MJF? And I don't think enough people are talking about it. And Tony talked about it on the Hawani interview.
Mm-hmm.
Can we stop acting like MJF delivered a fucking Oscar-worthy performance in Happy Gilmore 2? This crossover star.
No.
And the role he played. How long was MJF on screen in Happy Gilmore 2? 6.5 minutes? 7?
Like, and the Oscar goes to Adam Sandler's son.
Like, I love him. I think it was great. But like, I heard Tony talk about it the other day. I heard like he wasn't like a pivotal part of the fucking movie.
Eminem had almost an equal role in that movie than MJF did. But also, on a tangent on piggybacking on another thing you said, can we all agree is Cody Rhodes Shedeur Sanders at this point? This motherfucker thought he was QB1 and he QB3 at best.
But some people are going to argue that he is, Cody's living up to the hype. Cody's doing his job and the fans love him.
Is he? Because he got mollywopped and dog walked by fucking CM Punk, Roman Reigns, Brock
But remember,
Lesnar and
remember I
Logan
pointed
Paul.
out you had all those stars in the ring. They were singing Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. Now they transitioned to other guys, but they were pumped for him, and he gets big pops.
When Cody Rhodes was sitting there trying to dap up CM Punk, and CM Punk left that man on fucking bitch mode and just rolled into the ring. That happened at the start of that when they were coming out to fight off everybody.
Oh.
Cody had all that stank face and that
I think
look on his mouth.
Talked about this the other day. I think the internet audience has this image that Cody's somehow stale and dry. I mean, he is. He's just not an exciting dude. He's very bland. He's very vanilla. However, when he comes out, the place explodes. They are excited for him. He is one of the most over baby faces they have. It's just, again, I think anybody sitting at the top perch, we saw it with Jay, we see it with Rhea, we see it with Becky. Once you get to the top, people don't want to see you at the top anymore. And that's how it goes. Cody's still getting a lot of love.
Damn, Shador played like half a game, Nick. Right? He's about to be starting quarterback. He's QB1.
Right.
And there was all the hype and the hubbaloo and everything. So then I'll ask you this. Is Cody Rhodes QB1 in WWE?
Of your current roster that aren't Roman Reigns, yeah, maybe. I mean, it is definitely a good moniker, but he's like fucking
Kirk Cousins. He's a good backup.
No, that's ridiculous. No, he'd be more like
what a Caucasian bland white guy that just screams you like that?
Yeah,
you like that doesn't fit with Cody?
Right, he's very cookie cutter. But again, I mean, the argument is he's delivering to the crowd. He's selling merch. I think the internet perception is contradicted by what we see every week as the crowd losing their mind for him. Lamar Jackson is a good comparable.
Cody Raheem Rhodes out there? Yeah. What? Well, who's least accurate for internet fan base to reality of Jey Uso haters or Cody haters?
That's a good question.
Who's more off base? Is that we are underway with Monet versus Red Velvet we're unifying. I don't know if we're actually unifying.
We're unifying.
She might have 13 or she might have 15 titles after this. I don't know.
No, she also has. If they count it as two, they can fuck right 14. Off. If they can count it as two, they can fuck right off. The fact that we're letting them count the Owen Hart belt is ridiculous. Yeah, facts. Get the fuck out of here with this nonsense. But it's going to see Velvet back.
So who's more nonsense? Like I said, my original question: Cody haters or Jay haters? Who's more nonsense?
That is a phenomenal fucking question. Really, because they're both kind of in a similar situation where the internet makes it sound like he's fucking awful, but then you turn on your TV and the whole building's standing on their feet. They're demanding encores of his entrance. So it seems so asinine that people are talking about how garbage he is. He's doing the one thing that you're supposed to do in wrestling. Get yourself fucking over. He is over like fuck. So, yeah, Cody.
Timestamp this, everybody. So when we just clip it off of me asking the question and then put it as a poll, y'all can let us know what your answer is and everything. Drop it in the comment and everything because I can already tell it's going to be a short.
But the Cody haters, I mean, you got to give Cody credit. He is the guy that's here all the time. I mean, Roman's a part-time guy. Other people have been in and out. Cody's working. Cody's constantly working. Cody's.
Yeah, imagine you working all of that. It don't matter shit because Roman shows up. Roman showed up and outshadowed him. Brock showed up and outshadowed him.
They would outshadow anybody. What the fuck are you talking about?
But that's what I'm saying. So
that's Brock fucking Lesnar, bro.
Roman Reigns. That's the guy in your same draft class.
I mean, again, Roman's on a different level. Roman's been on the different level.
But Cody should be on that level. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if you switch it
out here, you got Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen.
If you switched it around, and Cody is kind of like Josh Allen, like cookie cutter white boy that just apparently isn't, can't get the Super Bowl. He's good, but not good enough for. But he did get his Super Bowl.
Finish the story. Fuck you. Fuck you.
I mean, at the end of the day, if it was reversed and Roman came out first and was out fighting and Cody's music hit to come save him, the crowd's going to go bananas. So again, this idea that he was overshadowed, there was 8 people there, 10 people there. Everybody was overshadowed in some way. CM Punk had been forgotten about because Brock and Roman showed up. That's what a surprise pop does. Ultimately, again, with like this idea that, maybe people, Cody's not their cup of tea, but he's blowing the roof off the buildings. And he, again, is continuing to work, continuing to be there. And he's loved. He is in the tops of merch moving. He sells tickets. He is publicly out there. He's in movies. He's doing just fine. He just needs a little spike.
In the War Games match, where do you rank Cody Rhodes out of those 10?
As a current right now, 2.
Yes. 2? So who's above him?
Roman.
What about Brock?
Brock is a part-timer. He's way down the list because he doesn't work. He's a bigger name, but like as far as what we're going to do and go to work, Brock's just a guy that's living off the name.
Punk
is a step down because Punk can't go the way Punk used to go. He's over as fuck, but he just can't wrestle the way Cody can wrestle.
At least appease me and say you have him at 3.
Well, I guess. What does it matter?
Who would you have above Punk? If not, you're going to have Cody and Roman. Do you have Jay above Punk?
No. I think because, again, all the intangibles put together, Punk kind of edges out Jay. Jay gets knocked down the list. Jimmy's
Braun
down
above
the
Punk?
list. What's that?
Braun above Punk? You're world champion right now, my guy. Yeah. World champion.
Oh, we got an Eddie Guerrero spot. Interesting choice.
We've seen that. Well, I know it's kind of Eddie month because it's remembering everything, and he just had a memorial in his hometown and everything like that. But yeah,
right.
Monet loves the Eddie tributes.
Right. I don't know if I agree with your take on Punk. I'd be curious what part of my take.
Which one? The one where he loved him, or the one where he said he was shit? Which one?
I think Punk's amazing. I just think Punk, we got to be honest, Punk wrestles kind of slow. He doesn't wrestle at the speed or the level that he did 10 years ago. Nobody does. And you can tell he's an older guy near the end of his career. That doesn't mean he's bad.
Response to the crowd and everything does his.
Yeah, no, I never said any of that.
I would put him above Cody.
Neck and neck, man. I mean, it's so funny, but I understand. Like, you could easily flip those two. Easily.
I would have Cody 4. You get Roman, Brock, because when's the last time you saw Brock halfway shook for someone showing up?
Yeah, but you can't give Brock that, I don't think, because Brock's not a guy that's around.
Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, but it's
It's a little bit like halfway. I guess we can shit on Goldberg because it's kind of that vibe of running on nostalgia.
That's it. The fans are going to explode.
An athletic motherfucker.
Yeah, but the fans are going to go nuts if Goldberg music hits at any point. That music hits, the fans lose their fucking mind. Doesn't mean he's going to be ranked number 2.
Not if he's leaving an autograph signing early. But we'll see.
Well, he's a dickhead. What can we do? Love that. Yeah, I mean, again, I don't love it because other people are currently doing it, but I guess she can do it too. Right? Sammy can look like she could act like AEW needs some original shit.
Well, Dom has the best tribute, and I love that Dom.
Well, it's his dad.
Yeah, it's my daddy. Yeah, so I don't know if you had even seen of that picture of Sammy out there looking like the freshest mini Dom.
Right. Would go nuts for Goldberg, see? But you wouldn't rank if you took Brock out of this match and put Goldberg in Brock's place, you wouldn't rank Goldberg in the top 3 because
Goldberg is not the same comparable to Brock Lesnar right now.
A bit of a fucking. It's just he's King Kong. It's for show.
Cool. I want to see King Kong and Godzilla go at it, and then I'll worry about fucking King Ghidorah and all of that shit afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Maybe Braun Breaker and Brock can bump into each other and not get along during the match and lead to something between those two.
I'm wondering, well, that's going to be the biggest thing because it's not going to be your blood, guts, and gore. You're not going to get, Io Sky gushing blood halfway through, the women's War Games match. It's going to be really interesting, especially in the men's, what they do storyline wise of who's getting thrown and smashed through who, because this is an all-star game a little bit.
Oh, for sure. Like, it's definitely an all-star game. It's undeniable that, like, it is stacked. It is fucking insane. And like you said, like on a night where you're like, holy shit. And I was pumped that they added Drew. Like, Drew's a big deal to be added to this. And then you come over the top with Brock and Roman. You're like, Christ, guys. Okay. I see you.
I forgot about even that. Would you put Drew over Cody? You kind of can't because of losses. Yeah.
Yeah. But I think overall, I could see, I would rather see Drew ranked higher than Cody than Punk. But Punk's right there. I mean, again, and you're literally like, this is like a slight preference and slight differences. Just
whiskers,
right? Splitting whiskers is a good way to put it, my friend.
Yeah, as I got a crossface or the bank statement here from Monet. So again, I feel like Millhouse's father out here of, I really wouldn't like to see Monet have more than 13 championships because not to be 14 and then come Full Gear when she probably beats Statlander, she's going to end up fucking 15.
Again, the idea that Stat finally gets that belt, and if she does drop it, I'm going to be befuddled by the whole fucking thing. Like I said it the other night, when does the Mercedes thing stop?
Well, even if she's trolling and if she's doing it to garner heat,
when does it stop?
Like right. When do you get off the ride? Of when does it become too much? Does it become too much of a logjam? Because if she's your TBS, your Ring of Honor television, and your AEW Women's Champion all at one time, plus countless variety of other independent promotion belts, like, when does she just the biggest logjam in pro wrestling history of, is that your way to build her up as this immovable object, an irresistible force of she's got all the belts, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like she's earned it.
Well, that, and she's decimating your women's division as far as she's just destroying people. And it doesn't matter how long they've been on a run. It doesn't matter how good they are. She's beating everybody. Nobody's getting over. And like, you look like Alex Windsor, like, came in, had her cup of tea, took the L, gone she goes. Like, I know we saw her lose tonight in a tag match. And again, they made it sound like, oh, Alex Windsor is going to do big things. When are any of these women having singles matches? When are we getting some of the mid-card ladies kind of wrestling it out, or some of the, just a match like, oh, we're going to do Alex Windsor versus Tay Conti just to build them up and try and build someone up outside of that. Nope, you get a title match, you disappear. You get a title match, you disappear.
Monet smacked Windsor all the way back to losing on the tag team division before she even got here. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And could you do like a Monet title tournament? You cash it in and you can challenge Monet for as many titles or whatever title you want if you win this tournament.
Right.
No, you want to go full bore with fucking exploding cages and rings and everything. Go full bore with this fucking. She's the Omega champion. She's Ultron out here.
No. No. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no to that, Alex. Here's what I want them to do. Take all the belts.
Mm-hmm.
Put them in big clear balls, put them in a machine, put the machine in the middle of the ring, and then have one wrestler at a time come out with the big claw and do. And if you can get a belt, you are now that champion. We'll just fucking pile them out. If you miss, you're out. And that's how we'll figure it out. A big claw machine all night.
I just want to say, what I said was still 10 times more reasonable, astronomical compared to what the fuck you said. And you denied what I said for your giant claw game in the center of the ring.
Right. No, you actually did have a good theory, but it set up my claw game that I want to play. Just the Monet claw machine. One of those money machines,
machine. Well, also, no, I brought it up Well, you were on a pause, and I don't think we've talked about it. Yes, Nick Sajacker. Does that make you
No,
Vanna White? Literally,
but-
that makes you Vanna White. Let's fucking go.
Yes, I've been called that before. But you know, one of those money machines where you put a person in and the money blows around, and you got to catch as many bills as you can. That's what you should do with the belts. Just have them, and people got to scoop them up. Yeah. All right, you got 3.
All bloody and all battered, all that metal and everything.
Yeah, perfect.
Come on, kid, love me.
Perfect. Sky Blue's now the new fucking Retro Women's Champion.
No fucking so.
No, we're still going. I got picture in picture.
I
match has not been good.
In a Meteora, and now just what the what happened? So is Monet getting disqualified because she beat up Statlander, who's not in the match?
Right?
What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. I'm behind you, so I'll let you know if I can make sense of
it. If I'm still lost in the abyss, you can maybe help me catch up with this.
Do you notice the quietest probably the whole night, like for a match? The crowd was very quiet
Boston,
for this match.
Of all places, in her backyard, in her home territory.
They're not great matches.
Imagine you show up and have a cookout in your backyard and nobody's cheering.
I got the finish.
I just got Afterbirth. So
okay, so and
we have 14 Monet.
Yeah, she hits the banks. I don't even the face buster off the second rope, and then now has another belt. She is the undisputed, and she just throws 2 of her belts at Stat, jumps on her.
Yeah, so that's where, yeah.
She's going to win 15.
Well, that's undisputed. What's all the fighting about?
Right? So now she's stretching out Stat. She is going to get 15 at Full Gear. That is like, and again, it's like Goldberg counting. Remember when Goldberg would just be like, now he has 37 wins. Now he has 82. This is kind of what this belt run is for Mercedes. The Owen Hart counts.
100 line with the 2 sweet whoop whoop. Our shit was cool. That ain't.
That. It looks like Chris Statlander is retaining. Now, if the theory is she who goes over on the go home show goes under on the pay-per-view. It'd be really surprising if she didn't win.
Well,
I think they're going to give her 15. I called this before it happened, and all I need is Monet to win to like make me look like I know some future in the wrestling world. But that's how predictable the booking has been. If Monet doesn't win, I will be surprised, and I will say that.
I'm so like halfway of I agree with you fully, but at the same time, it's like, so if the addict doesn't take a hit again, like what are we okay with that? Like, because it's one of those, if she doesn't lose here, but she doesn't win here, but she still has 14 fucking belts.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not it's a band-aid on a hemorrhage.
But why would you build her up to your world champion just to have her lose? To me, that is the dumbest shit. They didn't have to cross paths. Mercedes could be taking on other opponents, and Stat could be having new Stat Megan Bain, Stat fucking Willow, Stat Julia Hart, Sky Blue. What's that?
We said Megan Bain and Statlander during Blood and Guts was the match that they needed to fucking have. Again, asking right now why AEW does things is like asking why a leopard has spots. Why does a zebra have stripes?
Right. If you run Sasha at Stat just to lose, then Stat should have been building an angle with somebody else that you could have a rivalry, a long-term story with. And Monet does her own thing. They don't need to cross paths. So that's why I think Monet the only reason you would put Monet on to Stat is if Monet is going to beat her.
I hate how you might be right. Like the probability that you're right.
This is a good point.
Is much greater than you are that you're wrong. And that's the thing that frustrates the fuck out of me. Mm-hmm. Like Tony Storm, you thought, well, she's not going to go over Tony.
Yeah.
He went over Athena, though, and let her Statlander fall between Athena and Tony.
Yeah. I know a lot of us thought it could happen, and it was you know, Tony's a little more protected than some of these other ladies, clearly. But again, I think that's why Tony dropped the belt to Stat. This way now Mercedes can get it from Stat, who's not as protected as Tony would be. That's my theory. That's been my theory for a while. So
Fair
we'll
enough.
see.
Well, no, yeah, 100%.
I don't know.
Well, no, I was just saying 100% Tony's protected. She's out there wearing that SPF 3005.
Right, no shit. 6.5. Night overall, about a 6. We take a rating always, folks.
I mean, fucking vacuums, my guy. I'm out here at 11 o'clock at night. Mercedes Monet 14 belts, and we had vacuums. The match wasn't great, and there was good components here, but there's so much that muddies the fucking water.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think there was good stuff. There was some fun stuff. Some of the tag matches, there was a lot of tag matches tonight.
We started off good.
We did start off very well. And then again, I think like if you're going, Tony's got to understand words matter. And if you're going to advertise a big announcement, make the announcement big. If you're going to advertise a special show, make it a special 3-hour show. Not a 2-hour show followed by your 1-hour show that doesn't matter as much. And some people are going to say, well, they gave us a Mercedes main event. It wasn't a good match, though. It was boring. It was the quietest the crowd was all night long. That's the truth.
In Boston, of all places. Like, you can't say this is in Omaha, Nebraska. This was in Boston, in her backyard. Mm-hmm. Like, Ricochet cutting a 17-minute promo that should have been a 7-second promo was better than what we got to main event Collision tonight. And I still hate, personally, as an HBO Max user, to where they this is the preferred way they want you to watch it if you're not watching on cable. It is the most difficult, advantageous, fucking disparaging way to watch it.
Well, how many people do you think when the Dynamite ends, they just, okay, good night? Like, they don't know that there's more, or B, they're like, I've seen enough. Like, we're good. Good night. It's 10 o'clock. See ya.
Your whole country almost said, thank you. We've had enough.
You can watch it on demand on fucking Saturday.
You can have that. That even what I'm mad at.
6 out of 10 at best. 6. Yeah, I mean, it was a go-home show. It's just, you got to live up to the hype. You got to, if you're going to sell something.
It's a go-home show that made me want to go home. That's what it was.
That's what I want to do. 6 out of 10.1 is, slightly low. Last week's show was excellent. 100% Misfit. 100%. I gave it a solid 8.
It was blood and guts, though.
Yeah.
As I say, the Royal Rumble was really great.
I said, just lean into it, Tony. Like, come back this week and do it again. And like,
no, make that your fucking pay-per-view.
You pick 10 new people, and now it's their turn in the cage. Every week, we just fuck shit up.
It's just a raffle. Just a fucking bird. Goddamn endgame out here. Oh, Katniss Everdeen, I offer his tribute to be number 1 in the blood and guts. What?
Yeah. Just fucking every week. We'll just have fucking Tony can even like come on screen and announce it. So that, like you said, as tribute, like
$1 million. Just start doing
$1 million matches.
Shit with it. My God, just the running man.
Right? Every Dynamite is just $2 million matches.
Dystopian wrestling.
It's 6 out of 10.
I still love it. I think it was Corey though that had the best summation of the acronym for AEW. Is anybody else watching?
It's getting there, and they don't believe you. That's the best. That's the crazy part. And it's like watching a friend in a bad relationship, and you're trying to like help him out, and he just doesn't see it. He doesn't see what you see.
Every critique that we say, any clip that we're going to put with this and everything, if you just hate it, wrong. Why are you watching? If you don't like it, then don't watch. No, I do like it. I do love it. I want it to succeed. I love you. We can make it work, Brenda.
Well, on that note, we're going to go try and work things out, folks. We are back tomorrow. We have the preview and prediction show for Full Gear, 8 p.m. tomorrow night. Of course, Friday we have SmackDown at 7:30, and then Full Gear at 6:45 this Saturday. The prediction title will be on the line. Keep a lookout for it, and it will be set up that if you answer and a match gets added, the match will be added, and you can answer all the way leading up. The deadline does not close until the opening of Full Gear on Saturday night. So stay tuned for that. Click all the links. Be a friend, tell a friend. Follow us on all our socials. Not bad. We had a fun time. Happy Wednesday.
Prediction title: high tech shit. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you put that for life with it.
Congratulations, Monet. We'll see you on the flip side. Have a good night.